Yeah, we just gonna chill and drink our water. We got some different theme music tonight, courtesy of my baby sis, Janine. Can you hear it, Stace?
Yeah. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good. See, she's not expecting this, so I didn't tell her I was gonna use her song, but I had already planned at some point.
Sounds good. I like it. Sounds good.
And she's uber talented. Chill and drink my water. You got for anybody else that watches this later, because we already recording. Janine Coaxum, that's Coaxum. Check her out on YouTube. All those avenues for music. She has original stuff. She has covers. Man, that girl can sing. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
If I had half her talent, boy, I tell you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, chill and drink my water. Once again, everybody, that is Janine Coaxum. It's called Chill and Drink My Water. So check that out. Other things, between my sister Janine, my cousin Monty, I'm gonna, lead off with some of their music. These are independent artists. We had to support our independent artists who are doing it because they love doing it. They're not making a lot of money, so they're not doing it just to try to get $1. They're doing it because it's coming from the heart. And the purest art comes from the heart. Much love to both of them. Yeah. Let me go ahead and pause this. Okay, so we got Mr. Wright on here. Oh, we got G on here. So here we go. We got everybody on here, fellas. Fellas, welcome to the Funky Uncles. Unfortunately, who is this?
What's up, D?
Chilling.
What's going on, Stace? Cuomo? What's up? What's
How
happening?
you doing?
I'm all right. I'm making it. No need to complain.
And I see somebody's having problems getting on, so I'm about to help them get on. Y'all continue.
What we talking about, man?
Oh man, you saw what we had earlier. We're gonna talk about the nice guys finishing last. I sent you
yeah.
And I also came up with something that may be two-part, misogyny versus dang, I forgot the word.
Misandry?
Misandry. There you go. That's it.
Yeah. Okay.
So, I think that we can definitely get some good conversation about that. I have some people who really, wanted to come on the show tonight. I don't know whether they saw the little intro that I did and decided they were on it. But we have Z said that Z wants to come back. Let's see here. You missed Chill and Drink My Water. I might have to play it again for you.
Mr. What?
Chill and Drink My Water.
Was that it's a song?
Yeah. Yeah. Hold on.
What?
Yes, my sister Janine, she has this joint, Chill and Drink My Water. So I was like, yeah, I want to do different independent artists that I know to, bring in the show sometime to support them, as well as, these are our peoples. If you can't support your peoples, then you're a waste of skin.
Right. Yeah.
You hear it?
Yeah.
I think this would fall under that neo soul label.
Yo.
So we just, okay, who is this now? Let's see who else. Is anybody else? Hold on. Is anybody waiting? Let's see, who do we have? Oh, we got Simeon on here.
Got a nice beat.
Yeah.
Like the beat.
I think it would sound so much better coming from a sound system as opposed to the TV. I think you would be able to feel the music itself a whole lot better.
Yeah.
So that's something that now I got to go to the back later on and turn on the system and just bump it. Just chill and drink.
She got a YouTube channel where you can listen to the music.
Well, she has her stuff on that she downloaded to YouTube. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Check that out.
That's my baby sis.
Okay.
Yeah. I got so many family members that we all have families. I can't just say it's just me. We all have family members that are just doing things, and
Right.
I was telling Stacy, it's so much better when you have an artist that's doing it for love, because they love doing it. Yeah, they might make money from doing it, but their main objective is putting out the passion. That's why a lot of artists' first albums are so much better than the rest. Before they have then they get a little something in their pocket, then they want to put out some garbage.
Yeah, they be hungry, man. Like Jay-Z's Reasonable Doubt album, man. That's his best album.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? That's an example right there. And I wonder where Big Six at. I gotta find Big Six.
Man, that motherfucker probably got a 12-piece Popeyes box. He ain't paying us no damn
I think me and Z ran them off for the last shows. He ain't been back since.
Come back.
Man, six somewhere eating, man. Ain't no telling.
Don't run me off.
We'll try not to.
We ain't gonna do that.
Oh, okay.
Y'all can hear me good?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I can hear you.
Okay.
Mr. 40 Jobs. He got 40 Jobs.
No, see, I had to do a video for the new position that hopefully I'll be working into. And so they gave me a mic so I could do the voiceover on the videos and stuff like that. So I'm just, I kept it. So I'm using it and hey.
Yeah, you sound good, bro.
Appreciate that, brother.
Yeah.
I might stop preaching and then pass the collection plate around,
Preach, brother. Preach.
I don't want 10%. You can give me 5. I'm happy with that.
Hey, I'll go and put some of this virtual Monopoly money right on in the plate. I'll put 100 in there.
No, I prefer the money that folds, not jingle.
You see why we used to call him DL Hughley, right? But okay. Let's see who we got on here tonight. We have Kwame. We got G. Oh, my man Supreme is on tonight. We got
Yo, what up? What up,
Yo.
Supreme? What up, Sim?
What's good? What's good?
Yo. We got Stace. We have Aisha and we have Melody, aka Yellow Gal, my female bestie. So you know what I'm saying. She my female bestie. She think different. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
She gotta be your female bestie if she allow you to call her Yellow.
Well, she yellow. Good shoe. Gotta call it like I see it. So we're gonna anybody else can jump in later, so we can jump right into it tonight. Now that we have the introductions out of the way. And which one do y'all want to start with first? Y'all want to start with this Monique and DL thing, or y'all want to start with there go Josh right there. So y'all want to start with this Monique or DL thing, or y'all want to start with the Nice Guys finishing last, which everybody's talking about, the Michael B. Jordan and the Lori Harvey thing, and we want to be able to really incorporate that into the life of average people. You know what I mean? Just because they have money, they still bleed like us. They still have problems like us. But we're gonna bring this thing to the forefront. We're gonna talk about this. Yeah.
Let's get into it, man.
Okay. Oh, lead us off in prayer then, G. Go ahead.
No. I ain't with the Christian stuff, man. I'm not a Christian soy boy, so I don't do that kind of stuff.
Yo, no, that's just my way of saying started. Lead us off in prayer. That's just my
No,
way.
but we can I got you. We can start off with the Monique and DL situation now. As we can recall in the recent past, Monique had a lot to say about Tyler Perry, Oprah, Lee Daniels, and a bunch of Hollywood bigwigs, man. And a lot of people was, kind of going on her, on her side, saying, "Oh, she might be right. She might be right." But as we've seen in the most recent episode of her on stage before DLD Hughley Pop comes on stage, she totally trashed this man, and talk about this man's family, his daughter, even the damn dog, man.
Yeah.
And what gets me is like, I'm on these YouTube streets, and it's so easy for women in general, Black women in particular, to just spit vitriol against Black men, and it goes unchecked 85 to 90% of the time. But as soon as men say something, they want to cancel. They want to, they want to sign petitions. Rest in peace, my man Kevin Samuels. They try to petition him off of YouTube for just speaking his opinion and the way he see things. It wasn't no lies told, but they wanted to cancel this brother, man. So, as and we know it's a societal thing, but still, man, I think it's time for men in general, Black men in particular, to speak up unapologetically, stand on our square. The days of old of being a simp and being catering to the woman and, living out all these R&B love songs we used to listen to, those days are over, man. Fuck that. We ain't doing that shit no more, man. Yeah, I'm good, man.
I need to send you a LL CD.
I don't need love, man. We done been through that shit. You see as the end result where we at, man. Fuck that.
You done turned to Louis Farrakhan and Kev's Woman or something.
All of it. All into one, apologetically, man. Shit. We came through the simp era, Kwame. Let's be honest, man. We came through the simp era. We can't deny that, man. So it's time to turn the tables, man, and start speaking up. And especially on shows like Funky Uncles, man, we're gonna say what we gotta say, man.
Why y'all always want to do everything divided? Why isn't it the time to come together, but the time to turn the tables?
We already
some shit
tried
gotta
that.
get worked out. But Black women
that.
talk about Black men because most Black women date Black men. So who else we gonna talk about?
Hey, like I said, I don't have the solutions, but I'm here to have the conversation.
So you mentioned simp, being a simp. So the thing is this: the older you get, like I said, the older you get wiser. Back then, we didn't know better. You know what I'm saying? Only thing we was looking up at our parents or the male figure in the family and what they were going through or whatsoever. So we was using that blueprint. So and of course you're looking at the TV shows. Bill Cosby, James.
But how has that worked out for us though?
So I mean,
it's
in different households. It's different. You know what I'm saying? Only can speak for myself or whatsoever because it's just different. I mean, was my stepfather like Bill Cosby or James? James Gathers. So James Amos. To a certain extent. It was both sides. I mean, I got the whipping like how James did my man, and then on the other side, I got the coaching, and this is the values of life, and this is your responsibility, and instill that is the man responsibility is to provide, to protect, and shelter. So
you saying we grew up with a lot of masculinity, and some of us did.
Yeah. Some
as a collective, we grew up in a masculine era. We were taught to be masculine.
Yeah, some did. Then you gotta look at this too. That's when the government step in and they say, hey, you know what? You don't need this man in your life. I will be that father figure. So I will provide for you. I provide shelter, which is Section 8 housing. I'll give you government assistance with food stamps. Free Medicaid, so you don't have to worry about that man. You don't have to worry about
something wrong. The government did not say I will
Big
provide this
fact.
for you. You don't need this man. The government said you cannot have this man if you want me to provide this for you.
Same
That's
difference.
getting to that. You know, thanks for
Same
clearing that
difference.
up. But the
Either
thing
way, the
is this,
men were out the picture. I mean,
Yeah,
and then if you
let's get
then
these
if
men out of the household.
but
right.
if you look at it, you see it
agree.
if you look at the landscape, every projects or housing development was gated like a you know, a plantation, because it had one person there to oversee that who comes in and out of that plantation. So you know what I'm
All
saying?
facts, all facts. But I want to bring it
Facts.
back. I want to bring it back to the Hugh Lee Monique shit. How she just totally emasculated this brother, and for what? You know.
Okay.
So you do y'all see Monique as a Hollywood power figure where she can make moves and she that star, the headliner like she says she is? Do y'all see her like that?
I think what happened was,
I mean, she's
I
got
think
some juice.
no. Well, I see what happened. Well, we had the discussion the other day. I think she was still trapping the retro era when she had the Parkers and she did Fatty Girls and she did Soul Plane and stuff like that. So she feel that she still had that B level celebrity status. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
and
but Queens of
she,
Comedy was 20 years ago. She can't
yeah,
live off that.
but the thing about it, she said she was the headliner. She wasn't a headliner. She was the outspoken one of that. You know what I'm saying?
There's a
downright,
difference.
Exactly.
downright dirty. I ain't gonna
There's
say
a
it.
Difference.
What's the difference, bro?
Now, I don't know if everybody.
No,
that
I'm piggybacking. I'm piggybacking off of what Kwame said. Just because she's the most outspoken doesn't mean she's the headliner.
Right.
That's right. That's right.
And her husband did her contract.
I was
So
about to
she should get on his old sorry ass for doing the contract like this.
Yeah. Now here's the order of things, the chronology from how I've gathered it thus far, because I was looking into it. It started out with she read the contract one way, but the promoters and everybody had the show listed another way. Now I don't see how, if they said, okay, we need you here at 8:00, I don't see how she was thinking she was the headliner if they needed her there at 8:00, knowing that she's supposed to go on at 9 and knowing
trying to bogart her way to that shit.
that should have sparked something right there. So then she came on, I'm supposed to be the headliner, even though the marquee doesn't have her as the headliner. The tickets don't have her as the headliner. Only the supposed contract that she had, which DL posted his receipts saying that he was the headliner. So she came out, she spit all this, that, and the third about DL. So DL responded, was like, I see why, people are saying that they can't work with you. And he, you know what I'm saying? He said, I'm mad at myself because I saw it, but I still wanted to give you a chance to be, on the show. Now she responded. Now her response to that was she had something built up from years
ago
on his show where they asked her a question and she was like, she felt disrespected and she called DL about it. And DL said what they do, but they never aired that question. That she felt disrespectful, even though he might have been nonchalant about it. He said, look, if you don't like it, we won't air that part of the show. We just gonna throw that away. That way you don't have to feel some type of way about it. But she said he's been throwing barbs at her for years and years and years. So this was just spilling over, built up resentment. Now she comes out and want to talk about his daughter and some sexual assault. And
now the daughter,
that was low blows right there.
Now
bro.
the daughter is going after Monique.
Right. So I mean, come on now, you're an adult for one, supposed to be. You don't if you have a problem with that man, you take it up with that man.
She never did that. She went on stage and aired everything out, man.
Right. And it's weird to me that you was feminists come out. They try to yours. Wrong is wrong. I don't care what you have to say about a person. There's a place, a time, and a place to handle it. And we have two Black celebrities in the public eye. If she had a problem with that man, why didn't she take it to him directly instead of coming out there like Corey Holcomb said? She ain't had no jokes. She just went and talked about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because she wasn't
them
relevant
little
no more.
them little dick jokes only go so far, man.
Exactly. She didn't revolve in time. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it, look at all the females from the Queen of Comedy. You don't see Simone acting like that. You know what I'm saying? Simone's still doing her thing. You know what I'm saying? You know, on it was a NL Givens or what's her name? And
Yeah.
yeah, all these other females, they're still doing their thing. They're in that, you know, they're in their place, they're in their lane. You know what I'm saying? They're doing things low key and whatsoever, but they're still in the lane. So, you know, Monique feel that you know, for one, she tried to Ola's trick in the book, tried to stall out, and figured that okay, she will push the headliner out there first, and then she can come behind it. So that's not gonna work because everything, you know, is professional. That's on you. And like Corey said, she ain't had no jokes. I know she didn't have any. You know, she bashed a man, his wife, kids, dogs. You know, she didn't have anything. You know, listen, Monique and I hate to say it, Monique and Cat Williams is about running neck and neck on the same level right now. Because you look at the statistics of the numbers that Cat Williams show, he's not selling out arenas. He ain't even selling out parks now. You know what I'm saying?
I hadn't heard nothing from Cat Williams in a while.
Man.
Dang, I wish I could have gotten a couple comedian friends of mine to come on because they could really break a lot of this down. You know, I've been listening to comedians on how these shows, because, you know, we don't live in this world. So we don't know how things go, but I've been listening here and there to see how, you know, we have our own professions. But they
Flex, hold on.
Drew.
Essen had a hand up. I'm sorry, Six.
I'm sorry. No, my thing is like this. When it comes to Monique, she broke the golden rule. You do not involve kids and wife.
Kids out of that.
Yeah. That's the
Facts.
only thing. Yes, that's the only thing. She involved. It's like DL explained the situation with his daughter, and she pretty much told a lie, saying that a grown man was sexually assaulting DL's daughter, but it was a family friend that was the same age as the daughter. He explained himself, and then he was like he talked to his daughter, and his daughter gave him permission to go ape shit on Monique.
Yeah.
Yeah, his daughter gave him permission to say, you know, this shit gonna hurt me, but she gave her permission to go. Like, I look at Monique, it's like, you full of shit. Cause at the end of the day, I watched the Corey Holcomb situation. Can y'all name a joke from Queens of Comedy from Monique? I can name Simone jokes. I can name Adele. Damn, what's the other girl name? I can name her joke. Yeah, cause she's a fucking lady. That's her quote. She been saying that since the late 90s. But I like when it comes to Monique,
She done
she
had
good
her
at
time, man.
yeah. She's not funny. Like she in that situation with what's the white girl name with Tiffany Haddish and the white girl that
Amy.
said
Talking about Amy.
yeah. Monique, you're not funny.
See
You're
the
not
thing.
funny.
But she thinks since she won an Oscar, that put her above.
No,
man.
he's an OG.
That's her mind. That's her way of
No,
thinking. Since she won an
OG.
Oscar.
Corey used that whole situation with the Oscar. He said, "Oh, you precious mama. You really is showing
Yeah,
your
I
true
don't think
color."
that role was a stretch for her. That was more natural than the stretch.
Yeah,
Something that she can relate to.
Right.
Man, he went hard in the paint on her.
Yeah.
Anybody?
Let's get some others in the back. Their opinions, man. Who's in the back there? Let's hear from the back.
Let's see here. Who we have in here? Well, Sims, Kwame, Stacy, Raven, Yella.
Give everybody a chance to kind of speak on it, you know.
Yeah.
That light bright is it?
No, light bright. Show up.
Nah, they ain't him. They ain't him.
Look, everybody won't be quiet. Look at, ain't that some?
I don't
Yeah.
I don't like y'all I don't like y'all opinion on it though, because honestly, like Monique is no different from any other person in this world. She has her bad days, her good days. She's going to like, she's fed up with a lot of things that happen in Hollywood with her. She didn't deal with it well, but it's no different from every other celebrity going on social media, airing out everything, talking about people's kids, talking about who has seizures and who does this and who does that.
That don't make it
We're
right.
talking about Monique right now because Monique was playing victim when it came to Tyler Perry and Oprah. Now you feel like, oh, well, it wasn't a victim. That does not change the situation she went through with them.
Yeah, but so everybody else wrong and Monique right.
No, I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is she's human like everyone else.
Oh,
she
yeah,
should not
most
be
definitely.
judged
Yeah,
so
but it's a way to, it's a way for a professional to, you know,
Tell
conduct
that to
themselves
Will
with
Smith
decorum.
and the baby and Lil Baby and everyone else out here acting the fool.
No,
Monique is only doing what the rest of Hollywood doing right now, acting up.
Well,
but another thing,
we had a segment where we did discuss that, and we basically said Will should have handled that better also.
Yeah,
Right.
But all of Hollywood is getting like this. It's not just
not
Will
all
Smith
of
or
Hollywood.
Monique.
Not,
They
it's
are,
never
they are
all of
changing over.
anything.
Look
It's
at
not
social
all.
media.
It's not
Look at
all.
social media.
I'll put it like this. No matter who it is, when they're wrong, we saying they wrong.
All
I mean,
about.
Will, whether it's the baby, whether it's Monique, no matter who it is. So we're not just attacking Monique.
This ain't
We're putting her on that list of people who are wrong.
That's Will was wrong too. Will was a punk ass dude for doing that shit.
We can, and as G would say, we can't just call out the men for being wrong, and then when a woman does something wrong, we can't cover it up. We have to call. We holding everybody.
Ain't no pampering no women over here, bro.
We have
they get it too.
Because at the end of the day, if you look at Monique's track record, she's blaming a lot of people.
Right.
Nobody. Think about it now.
She want to be the victim in all her situations, man. Come on,
it's
man.
We
ain't playing the victim Olympics over here, man.
But
we're not doing
y'all
that.
do have
but
to
my whole
understand
thing
that
is
Monique,
like
Monique has had it a little harder than anyone else in Hollywood, though.
No,
Not only is she a woman and she's black, but she was fat.
She's just a masculine black woman from Baltimore.
No,
you know anything about
I
women
hate
from
to say
Baltimore,
this,
they all masculine. They pull their dicks out. No.
But she shoot that shot. She burn them bridges. Think about it now. The elite black people ain't respond to her.
Actually,
she got a special on Netflix and it did not sell out. So what they're telling you?
Nobody want to hear what she got to say. Hey,
she's not like on your side. Like
little dick jokes and the man ain't shit jokes can only go so far. People tired of
No, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to fat shame and stuff like that. But when Monique,
but she fat.
No.
Nah,
Before,
she was fat. She was
You saw her on that stage the other night.
No, my thing was like this. Before she lost weight, she had weight. She was funny, but when she lost weight, it's like she feel entitled, and I don't mean no harm. Her husband, this nigga is pimping. He's the pimp. He's the pimp.
The simp pimp.
No. He Magic Don Juan. This man is Magic Don Juan. My wife told me, she said, this nigga is the pimp of the fucking century. I looked at her, I say, you know what? You might be right.
He one of the weakest pimps I ever seen.
You sitting in the back watching your wife go down for the count, and you not saying nothing. You sitting in the back.
What can he say? He ain't got no. He a simp. He ain't got no leg to stand on, bro.
You know, yeah, man.
That ain't her husband. That's her son husband.
Yeah, OG, you got to draft him a #1 as a simp.
He up there.
Yeah,
he up there. He up there.
Hey, okay. Yeah, Essence will be quiet. Essence, what do you think? I see you. I'm looking at you.
I'm just listening.
Oh, you just
say Essence. Why you don't want to say nothing? You don't want to chime in on the conversation, Essence. Come on,
we ain't about to do that.
You had your hand up earlier.
Let's go.
Get to you.
Let's hear your thoughts on it.
Why she think about it, put it like this? Aisha made a comment saying that she had it hard in Hollywood, but we cannot overlook the fact that Monique was a trendsetter, because before Monique came on, you had to be a certain size, in most cases, in order to grab a role. Once Monique came on with the Parkers and she started making that movement, you saw a lot more plus size actresses getting shots. So
yeah, but she was skinny girl shaming.
huh?
She was skinny girl shaming when she was fat.
Yeah, because Simone and Givens
She was shaming the skinny
was
girl.
not skinny, and they no, she
Let me
ain't
tell
the
you,
one.
some more can get it.
More was
Get it.
packed. She was
Yo,
fat. She was
Simone.
not
Okay.
Yeah, Simone.
More can get it.
Simone.
Okay.
You can get all of it.
Johnny,
She was thick,
we
okay?
listen,
Damn,
Johnny.
OG.
After
OG,
all
you
these
trying-
years,
that threshold.
Damn right. She
look
held
Damn,
it together
OG.
pretty
like
good.
young boys.
even after all these years.
Even though she a
OG,
Honda
you-
with 300,000 miles, I still changed the oil in her now. Changed the oil.
Okay.
OG, you trying to have another kid?
No, hell no, she can't have no more kids. You can
Hey,
shoot the
I'm
club
just
up
saying.
there.
I'm just
She
saying.
old
You
now.
trying?
You can shoot,
All right,
you can shoot the club
carry
up.
on.
Lord.
Carry on. We
You
going,
shoot the club up now, though. Ain't nothing coming out of
we
there.
gonna fall left. So next, let's go.
We way over. Okay, so
Yeah, but that factory was closed.
I really just don't believe it's blackball.
what'd
Say
you say?
that again now? Who's saying that?
That's Essence. What'd you say, Essence?
It's I feel like any comedian or any mainstream artist, whether it's an actress, actor, musician, I feel like once you've stepped outside the box, once you've stepped outside of that typecasting that they do, the role that they want us to play, and
Right.
you become political, you become blackballed. Now, I'm not to say Monique is 100% in the right. There's a way that you do everything. And I think the way she's doing it is making her situation worse,
Thank
right?
you.
She had something valid to say. I mean, for example, the thing where she got into it with one of the reality TV stars about wearing shower caps on your head, carrying
Bonnet.
yourself in a certain light. I feel like Monique, by her being a little older, and she knows the game, she knows what Hollywood is about. They typecasting us. They really do. They want us to play ghetto, stupid, retarded, all this
Right.
other shit. And then the moment that we speak against that, it's a problem. Sorry, but Tyler Perry had to wear a dress before that man could become where he is now. So it's the reason why all of this is happening. And I'm not no conspiracy but I mean, it's one of them third eye open things. We know what Hollywood is about. They feminizing us. They doing a lot of bullshit. And Monique is one of them people that's trying to speak up against it. She's going about it in a really uncouth way. And that's unfortunate because her message is being lost in the way that she's delivering it. I mean, the message can't get across if it's coming out the way she coming across. And she's gonna get that clap back. You're an angry Black woman and all of that. And like I said, the message is being lost right now because of the way she's relaying it. I think what she's saying is very valid. Hollywood is effed up, and I just think they really trying. They really trying their hardest, and they're succeeding in what they're doing, and that's really destroying us as a culture, as a people.
Right.
And that's my take on that. Like,
allow me to play devil's advocate here. Allow me to play devil's advocate. Now, one could argue and say a lot of these Black actors accept these roles, these questionable roles that they do. Now, I give you an example. Now, her role in Precious. Now, I would never call her a B word. The character she played was a world-class B. She played that role. Now
she played it natural. I'm sorry.
All right. Now let me give you another example. Y'all saw Two Can Play That Game?
Yeah.
Wasn't she the most extra of that whole crew of girls?
Yeah.
Think about it. Wasn't she the most extra out of all of them?
Yeah, and that's not a stretch for her.
And
That's
she
what I'm
was
saying.
she was a sack chaser on the Parkers.
Yeah.
And that's her typecasting. They typecast her that way. Like, she plays the fat, angry, fat thirsty, over
Okay,
the top.
Well, when most
So-
women are fat, they gotta be thirsty. Most women.
No, that is not true. But calm down.
now,
I said
now,
most. I
Typecasting,
said
even
most.
if
I
they're
didn't
not
say
real
all. I said
fighters.
most.
I'm not
Even
fat
if
and I
they're
took
not real
offense to that.
fat women,
Well,
they're
I'll put
typecasting.
like this. I'll put like this. When it comes to females who have a certain weight limit now, they got more confidence now. It's like they got skinny women confidence. It's like
What
back in the day.
define
No,
skinny
no.
woman confidence.
Because no, think about it. Think about it. You got skinny women. You got skinny women going to Miami, trying to get that butt, like old girl who eat cornbread for natural. Think about it now.
Yeah,
You like
yeah.
you
But
like
them
think about it now.
BBLs,
Yeah,
they killing
yeah.
themselves, man.
You got women that is naturally built, like eating country food and stuff like that. But you got females like say, you know what, I gotta get my body together. They go to Miami and get the
So you
but
think?
my
So
For
you think?
attention,
Social
bro.
media and TV.
Right,
Social
for
oh
media and
attention.
TV.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. IG, yeah, trust and
That's the
believe.
standard.
Yeah.
Social
Yo,
media is exposed a lot of things to us, bro. And as a man, I
Because
feel thankful. I'm thankful.
because
So-
a real dude gonna know if you got surgery or that's natural built. Because if you from the country, you say, okay, you looking at her and say, oh man, she got a bet, boy, that donkey back there. You look at her thighs, oh, it match up. She bet.
All
But
right,
it's
we done
like,
gone to the
yeah,
left too much.
You gotta,
Hey,
but you
check
gotta
this
look at
out.
the back and the front.
Check
You
it.
can't
Hey,
just look at
yeah,
the back.
you know what I'm saying, like, yeah, because my whole thing is
Listen.
they making it popular. It just
all
it
right.
just
I got a
it's
question. I wanna yeah, pause on that. Y'all can talk about that later. I'm sorry. I ain't trying to.
I'm sorry.
Oh man, it ain't nothing.
Yeah,
Just talking about women getting BBLs and shit.
Yeah, I understand that. I like that too. You know,
I have a
but-
comment.
I forgot. We got to preach it.
Goddamn, Kwame,
Go
you
ahead,
ill.
Red. Go ahead,
It's
Red.
a time and place. I mean, you got to
Go
look
ahead,
at it.
Red.
It's more,
And Mel-
females.
and
Go
Melody
ahead,
just-
Kwame. Go
And
ahead,
Melody
Kwame.
just commented on that.
Huh?
Yeah. I was about to dig into that also, but y'all go ahead and I'm gonna dig into it after you go ahead. I'm gonna break something down.
The thing is what Essen was saying about Hollywood, and I remember a while back, you know, when Cindy Portier told Tyler Perry, you know, where you want to be at, you know, where you want to sit at the table with the other folks, and then in Hollywood. And he said, you know, why I want to sit with these tables with these people, and I can create a table for people. So that's why he did a studio in Atlanta. So that was considered Black Hollywood. So now, you think that with him opening up that studio in Atlanta, in College Park area, you think that you level the playing field for the Blacks?
No.
I think it did because my whole thing
To a
is
degree, yeah.
there was 3 movies that he was able to put got in his studios: the Avengers, the Endgame, and Black Panthers. Think about it now.
Salute to the brother for creating his own. You know.
No, I'm saying them 3 movies was produced in Tyler Perry Studios.
Yeah. Big ups to the brother.
So like you already know, like damn, you got the Avengers, you know what I'm saying? I'm not discrediting Black Panther, but you got both the Avenger movies and you got the Black Panther movies.
And don't
So
forget about the
got
TV shows, which, you know, I think the TV shows need to be on a you know, better. I understand we got a BET, Black Network, and all that stuff, but I feel that it need to be cast out on a national level, a network, you know, ABC, CBS, and stuff like that. So we got to start backing these folks so we can get back, you know, get back to our, you know, Black owned, you know, TV shows like the Cosbys and the Good Times and stuff like that, the Jeffersons and stuff like that. So it's up to us, you know, when they do these viewings and stuff like that. You know, and the only thing right now going good with Black is, you know, semi-Black is Queen Latifah, The Equalizer. You know what I'm saying? That's
You
good.
watch that shit?
Here you go.
I don't like that show.
I don't like that show, man.
I'm an action man. I'm sorry.
I'm an action woman too, but
I'm
she ain't
sorry.
that role.
That shit is just too.
I'm
Just too
sorry,
false.
but
It's a false narrative to that shit, man.
It is a TV
The-
show.
the
Yeah.
show We Built This City on HBO, that shit is off the chain. I'm sorry.
The city.
Yeah,
They use the same actors on The Wire
Yeah,
on the show.
but that
And
just
like the drug dealers is the cop.
but the thing is about that 6ix9ine. That's the same thing is going on in society right now. So you
Yeah.
can look at this. You can look at the first episode and you see what's going at.
See,
Yeah.
that's a more true narrative there.
Yeah, I understand
Yeah.
that. I understand that as a true narrative, but the end of it, the white man, cast the net and got the black guys to come in and grab money, doing drugs and all that stuff, that stuff. And at the end of the day, they're getting in trouble, for things that their supervisor telling them to do, and they know better. And why they didn't go against him? Oh, because he's a senior officer, or he's a legend. You know what I'm saying? And he want to get blackballed.
Man, look here. My supervisor told me that I can make $100,000 in a month. I'm going to take that deal. I'm sorry. I'm going to take a chance.
I hear you. Do some change too in it.
Yeah, you're right. It's wrong. You're gonna go to jail, but you tell a black person, it's like, man, look here, we the cops. We gonna go ahead.
Why I gotta be a black person?
Cause think about it. Because a white,
That's usually end up fucked up.
I mean, because think about it. A white cop is gonna do it no matter what. But a black cop gonna
got the laws behind him.
Yeah. He gonna a black cop gonna question the whole situation. But if you explain it to him right, he gonna think like, hold up, let me think about my backup plan. A black person gonna think about a backup plan.
You sure about that?
Trust me.
Yes,
a black person.
I do it. Yes, master,
trust me.
do it.
If you prevent me, if you tell me that I'm gonna get $1 million, I'm thinking about a backup plan. I'm not trying to go to jail. Think about it. I'm not trying to go to jail. I got if it don't make sense to me, I'm not gonna do it.
Let me tell you
Think
this.
about it.
Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this.
Yo,
I'm glad it's being recorded, and I would love it if it's being recorded. Trust me, I work for the South Carolina Department of Correction. I seen things and heard things. I worked for Berkeley County Sheriff Department. Came in as a patrol officer and went in narcotics. You understand that? I see things. I understand that. That's why y'all don't ever see me around or whatsoever. Is a code of conduct and professionalism.
Yep.
When you go out there, I worry about myself, but when I see other people in the communities, I'm looking at my brothers, I'm looking at my sisters, white, black, it doesn't matter. And you got to this too. In South Carolina, you got two main hubs for military. Fort Jackson in Columbia, South Carolina. You got Parris Island right there in Beaufort, South Carolina. You got folks who's from all over the face of the United States that goes to those two bases and filter in and filter out. And they fall in love with South Carolina. Understand that? So with us being South Carolinians and grew up in these areas and whatsoever, and we choose to come back to our communities and police these areas, it's fine. So I know on Friday and Saturday night that Mr. Johnny get, belligerent or whatsoever. Well, I'm gonna tell him, I say, hey, go home or we going to Motel 6. Hey, you good. And these folks who have not grew up in this community, what you think they're gonna do? They're gonna run them in. So they don't know these people. That's why it's always best when we come back and we provide service for our own community. I know some of us don't want to do it
I
because
ain't provide shit for my community, man. The community don't give a damn about
damn,
me,
man.
Nah.
Come on, OG. Let the
I'm
man,
not.
OG.
I'm not, man. The community don't give a damn about me, man.
OG. Let
Why
the
should I
man
provide
finish.
a community?
No.
Why should I provide for a community that don't
let
give
the
a shit
man
about
finish.
me?
No, I'm good.
Let
All
the
right,
man
okay,
finish.
yeah.
No, I'm
OG,
good.
let the man
Yeah.
finish.
See, he done landed the plane. He done landed the plane, Big Six. He done
I'm
landed
good.
the
I'm
plane.
landing the
So let
plane.
me get back to mine.
Hey,
Fuck the
check this.
community. The community don't give a damn about me.
God
So fuck.
damn, man, let the man finish.
I have a question. Who was talking about Tyler Perry studio, about the
Yes.
vendors and everything else? Okay, but tell me, y'all saying how much he's doing for us, but how many, knowing that most Black-owned productions, they don't have the same type of money. How many times will Tyler Perry lower his price for a Black-owned production to come in there to make a film? Y'all talking about Avengers? That's all white on. How is he helping us?
I'm sorry to tell you this, but the lady that played in the Heat of the Night TV show in the early 90s, Tyler Perry gave a lot of people who you don't even know a
You're
chance
talking
to
about
star.
actresses. I'm talking about people
You
to
talking
come
about
into
the
that studio
Avengers.
to make films.
That's the
Black-owned
comic series, white
production
comic.
company.
Yeah.
Oh, he did a lot, but y'all not
How
gonna
you
look at
know?
it because y'all not gonna look at it because he don't have a good hairstylist, like the wigs and shit like that. The shit
What are
be
you talking
wrong.
about?
Oh,
What does
No,
that
I'm
have
I'm
to
trying to
just
do with
figure
him
out.
What you
having?
talking about the
Tyler
wigs?
Perry do his own
No,
productions out of
because
there, and he
think
lets
about it.
big.
Man,
No,
Six.
I'm just thinking
he
about.
got the statistics and the matrix and the and all that for Tyler
Let me
Perry.
handle
Nigga
this one,
said
Six.
Yeah,
wigs and the
but my whole
weaves and shit.
Hey, John,
my
let me handle this one. Let me get this one.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah. Go
Land,
ahead,
land
Drew.
that plane, Big Six. Land that plane, baby.
this one first. Let me rewind a little bit. I wanted to mention, and everybody just jumped in. And I let them roll. First of all,
I
with
apologize.
typecasting, and we talking about they took the roles. Let me explain. Okay, when people jump into this career of being a thespian, you have to realize it's like every job that you try to get is like putting in your resume. You know, like when you put in your resume to get your job, you get that job, you work. Every acting gig that you get, you had to submit your resume and go through all that all over again. So when you get people like Monique who are typecasted, yes, that's the role that people are used to seeing her in because it's been that type of thing.
Get a pull up.
What? Oh, a lot of actors over the years have become comfortable with those roles instead of showing their versatility. It's not all on Hollywood. It's partially on Hollywood, but some of it is on the actors themselves who choose to recreate the same roles every time that they're on because they're not the only people applying for that role. I'm gonna tell you that now. They're not the only. Cole wasn't the only one applying for Cole. You know what I'm saying? And when it went to try for another role, he wasn't the only one. So yes, they took these roles because they want to eat.
I mean, I get it to a degree, but you know, I mean,
I'm saying
if they
this
need
is
the money, how can they say no if they,
Hollywood.
you know?
Who wants to apply for a job every time they work? And if you're trying to work 3 or 4 and 5 times a year, you got to apply. You got to go against other people. So sometimes it's easier for them. I'm not defending it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm not justifying it. I'm letting everybody know how it is in the world of thespians, especially on the professional level. Now, you have some people like,
I get it.
Well, I
like,
think it depends
look
on.
at Jamal Warner. Look at Malcolm Jamal Warner. Why do you think it is he had so many problems getting roles after all those years on the comedy show?
Because he didn't revolve.
He couldn't act. He was
Still,
a horrible actor.
no, he wasn't that bad.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, he was.
I see many. Look at the Wayans brothers.
Corny.
I've seen much worse. You know
No,
what I'm saying?
but the Wayne brothers can entertain you regardless.
Right.
Yeah.
Malcolm
Say,
Jamal Warner ain't gonna make
That's
nobody
true.
laugh.
Everyone's watching their movie.
He just Theo.
I'm sorry, Drew, but the Wayne's family got long money. They
talented.
Yeah, but that's a talented family.
Yeah,
That's
they
an
talented.
example
Even
of
if
putting
Malcolm
every
Jamal
they
Warner ain't
can't act,
talented
they
like
can
that.
they can entertain you.
Listen,
That's
there's
all they need to do.
Mhm.
We don't want we just want to be entertained.
I don't want to see Theo Cohen.
he did a good job in that Red Tails movie.
Yeah.
Who, Theo?
Yes.
Yeah, he did all right in that.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. He had the ability, but he wound up going behind the camera and directing because they weren't offering him roles if there was not like a Theo type character.
Right. I mean, I guess he realized I ain't that good of an actor, so let me direct movies.
Alfonso Ribeiro did the same thing.
Well, that's where the real money is anyway.
Right, in production.
The real money is in production and directing.
Yeah.
Kim, what's her name? Kim, played Tootie on Life.
Who said that? She's my best friend now.
You know, Kim Fields. They did the same. But it's
Hey,
not
we
because
we can say we wrong about Steve Urkel, but
he was
he
definitely
oh trust and believe he got a lot of people fired.
Okay, so now let
I
me
can't even watch that family, man.
let me switch roles to the question that was
I
asked
think Johnny.
about whether Tyler Perry, do you think that even the playing field? I say no. And the reason I say no, that it didn't even the playing field, because he recycles actors in these different shows that he has. It would be different if it was more open. But if you watch, I've watched enough of his shows. I'm like, dang, that was such and such from Sisters. That was such and such from All the Queen's Men. That's such and such. These actors are getting recycled. And they're, yes.
But would you say they're being recycled because they got to keep the lights on? They got to keep living at the high standards.
Tyler Perry is recycling them because that first bunch was the ones who was there for him when he was dead broke, trying to get everyone to watch his plays. That's loyalty when it comes to recycling those same actors, because he's keeping them working because they are the reason why he became famous.
Some of those actors that he's recycling isn't in that group. Some of those actors,
no, he has the newer ones that he do recycle. Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. And being that that the studio that he has is giving them work. That's the plus. But there, look how many black. Do you know how many black actors there are out there that would kill? What's the girl name? She was in one of the shows where she put up the billboard saying Tyler Perry. I mean, she sold her car or something to put up a billboard to say Tyler Perry, this is your new leading lady. You know what I'm saying?
And you told her to audition like everyone else.
Right, but like I said, how many people are auditioning for those roles? How many people in here have auditioned for a movie? Anybody in here besides me that has auditioned for a movie? Do you see?
No.
Did you see how many
people? The Rock did that cameo for free for Tyler Perry in Who Got Married Part 2. I did not even know that. I was like,
you will be taking off about 3 seconds.
Joe,
Please put on your seatbelt and put your trays in the upright position, and we'll be.
He tried to be an extra in a movie one time.
No. Think about it. The Rock is worth millions. And when this nigga showed up, I said, how the fuck Tyler Perry got this nigga? And then found out, he said, man, he did a favor for him and stuff like that. I said, so he did that for free? Oh, goddamn.
So the thing about the Hollywood and Tyler Perry, Tyler Perry recycling black actors, which is they're paying their loyalty. So now you see the new beast in the industry, green light, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson putting people on. So how do you feel about that?
He
changing the game.
But a lot of directors over the years and decades have been doing that. They just stick with their favorites.
I'm
not saying it's right.
Spike Lee.
I'm not saying it's right.
Them directors ain't petty like this motherfucker. If you owe him money, he gonna take it to another level. When it comes to
the good thing about him is he'll hire you whether he likes you or not.
Exactly.
He trying to get what's my boy name? Chris from The Wire, the hitter from Marlowe. Yeah, he's trying to get him. He said, I'm trying to get him, and I'm trying to get Monique. And he, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. The person that played, matter of fact, the person that played Ghost, he fucked that shit up.
Omari Hardwick?
Yeah.
50
give him 300,000, you know what I'm saying, as a loan, and he didn't pay it back. You know how that goes.
He did pay 50 back.
Yes, he did, and it wasn't 300,000.
Exactly. So get your fact check.
Yo,
he was getting paid 100,000 per episode. So why would you need a loan? Think about it.
When he first started, he wasn't getting paid at all.
Right, he hit on hard times.
So he hadn't gotten his first check. He needed an apartment and to live. So 50 Cent loaned him the money to make it until he made, started making all his own money.
Man,
but I'm not about to ask.
If you
not about
making
to ask,
$100,000 a
but
year, but got
but
a
I'm
$200,000 or $300,000 lifestyle,
Yeah, that's not good. That does
And
the
plus,
math.
starting out, you
about
ain't
to
gonna make that kind of money, man. I
I'm
mean,
not about to ask 50 Cent for no damn loan
if
at
you got
the
a
end of the
family to
day.
feed, you would.
Exactly.
No. He the wrong nigga to ask for a loan. You can ask
So
anybody.
what's the difference? Well, now I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna dummy this down. So what's the difference? You asking your mama for money, and then owing her versus owing asking 50 Cent for money and owing
Because
him.
my mom ain't gonna pull up my tax returns in court. My mom ain't gonna take my baby mama to the mall. And 50 Cent
The
is petty.
simple example I was using. Everybody borrow
No,
money from
I'm going
man,
to ask
another
this
50 for
man,
the money first. I ain't going to my
yeah,
mom.
yeah,
I'm asking 50 first.
yeah. You know what I'm
You
saying?
understand what I'm saying, though?
Yeah.
This man is a little petty. He's a little petty.
So
He can
I
afford to
mean,
be, though.
So listen,
I work
6ix9ine,
for
you believe in unicorns? I mean,
No.
some of this stuff is just stage. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff is just stage, man. You know what I mean? All the stuff you see on TVs and stuff like that. This stuff
Hollywood, man.
it's Hollywood. Especially you got this thing, this thing right on your side or whatever. This right here, you get views. Once you get you can say some of the stupidest things or cause an argument or whatever. It's fictional. And we're gonna eat up in it. The kids and everybody's gonna eat up in it.
Yeah, because as black people, we like that bullshit.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
marketing.
We like
You're
the
marketing. Now, my man, what's his name? He's from Charleston, South Carolina. Played in what's his Gobi Chill, or what's his name? You know what I'm talking about, in the wheelchair. He's in CSI, New Orleans.
Yeah,
I know what you're
man,
talking about. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Mitchell.
Chill Mitchell.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you believe that he owed 50 Cent money and 50 Cent took his wheel in his wheelchair and said, when you give me back my money, I give you your wheel back on your wheelchair?
50 ain't shit, man. 50
Man,
ain't shit.
the only reason why I said this is my reason. The only reason why I say that 50 Cent ain't shit and he petty. Why would you buy out the first 4 seats?
Ja Rule concert.
Yeah. He did that. He buy out the first 4
Ja Rule
rows.
went online talking
Yeah,
stuff about
I'm
50
just
Cent to
saying,
boost the sales for his concert.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm
Like I
just
said, I
saying.
love
I'm
this
just
woman.
saying.
This woman right here, she sees it.
Man, look
It's
here,
easy.
man.
I'm with 50, man. If I got the money, I'm with the shits, man.
Yeah,
I would
I
do some
understand.
petty stuff like that if I had the money.
For real, I'm
Don't
with the
get me
shits, man.
wrong.
And sit right in the middle.
Don't get me wrong. I understand what 50 Cent was trying to do, but my whole thing is like
But
this.
at the end of the
I'm
day,
not about to do no business or nothing with this nigga because he is petty.
But he
Let me
known
ask
to
you a
make
question.
money, though.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah, he known to
If-
make money. And then Ja Rule, dumbass, like, bro, you should have just grab that bag and shit like that. 50 Cent is a Gemini. That all the way.
oh wow.
Nah, with the astrological
Dionne
shit,
Warwick.
man. Come
Dionne
on,
Warwick
man.
didn't
Come
suck
on,
it.
come on, man. Come
I'm
on.
sorry. I'm
No,
sorry.
man. Don't start that astrological bullshit.
No.
Man.
I ain't about to do that. I'm just saying 50
You done
Cent
did it.
is petty. He is petty. It's like
Yeah, but that Gemini, Virgo, all that shit don't mean nothing, man.
Okay,
I'll take that.
I
I'll
say-
take that back. I'll take that back. I'll take that back out of the Funky Uncles conversation because I know how y'all do. So
Appreciate it, brother.
50
Appreciate it.
Cent is petty.
Yeah.
He is
Hey,
petty.
I'm with 50,
Yeah,
man. I'm with the shits, especially from a millionaire. I'm with the shits, man.
What you
This
was about to
nigga-
say? Not you, 6ix9ine. Zoom user. You don't have your name up there. What you was about to say?
It's Aisha.
Aisha, yeah.
You had
I'm
I'm
something to
just saying, like, he was talking about the Ja Rule thing. All I was going to say is, like, 50 Cent literally, when Ja Rule's career was at his peak, 50 Cent literally took down a whole record label. His whole record label was gone. So why would you turn around trying to start some beef just so you can get some sales for your concert? He deserved what he got. Like, he should have left him alone. He still
Yeah,
was
leave
minding
50
his
alone.
own
I'm
business.
about to say, just leave
but
50
Aisha,
alone, man.
but listen,
I'm sorry, but
listen,
Ja Rule people.
Where would I
they
be
say-
without you?
Listen,
Yeah,
He
no,
really
no,
did
no,
sound like
Ja,
Kermit the
no,
Frog.
no,
So
no,
what did he
no,
say
no,
wrong?
no. Ja,
Aisha, at the end of
from
the
what
day, at the end of the day,
Ja Rule,
One at a
people
time,
shot at this
brothers. One at
man.
a time. One at a time. One at a time.
One at a time.
Ja Rule's people shot at him 9 times. So
facts?
you can't
Is
take
that
that
facts?
back. Yeah. So you can't take that back. I'm sorry. You shoot at me 9 times
Is
and
that
I
facts?
live. I'm about to live your boy. It ain't even petty.
But at the end of the day, with that Ja Rule and 50 Cent deal, the situation happened. Number one, you gotta understand the world we're living in now. I mean, I could pick the biggest bully on the block and talk trash or whatever, and you gonna dog me out. As long as I got this phone, I'm getting views. If I'm hosting a concert or whatsoever, and I'm gonna pick that same bully, and I know he have the money, I ain't gotta sell out the whole arena. Guess what? He just bought them seats. I got the bag. You know what I'm saying?
First of all, that
That's
really
what I'm
wasn't a
talking
big
about.
bag. Them
That's
seats
what I'm
was
talking about.
$15 each.
Right. I was
That's
gonna say
money.
them seats weren't. Yeah.
But still, he got whatever, you know. Did he? We not there to say did he lose or gain, but still he bought those seats.
I think he lost, man.
I
He
would
wanted
have
to.
went
He
to
wanted
the
to.
Ja Rule concert before he dissed 50 Cent. I wouldn't have gone after.
And he
This
bought the first
man,
4 rows, and once you buy a certain amount of seats, the
yeah.
tickets that they stop.
No,
Think about it. Ja Rule had a concert at the NBA game, and they was practicing shooting while he was performing.
Where would I be without you?
Think about it. Think about it. Like all jokes aside, that is like this man is performing, and I'm up here shooting my 3 and stuff like that, and practicing my shot. That's disrespectful. I'm sorry.
That's
they
the
don't
player's
like
job,
him. Ashanti
man.
was the only good thing that they had. That's why even
Yes.
today,
She fine too. God
about
damn, she
Ashanti,
fine.
not Ja Rule. The only time they talk about Ja Rule is when they talk about his son that look just like him.
Right.
That's why when they say
Yeah.
that, they about to have a versus, like 50 Cent versus Ja Rule.
That's
I
not
don't
even
mean
fair.
no harm. I don't mean no harm, but Get Rich or Die Trying. Every track is going to slaughter Ja Rule.
Yeah, no competition, bro.
Did you just say Ja Rule to win?
No, I said that Get Rich or Die Trying.
Oh.
Every track that's going to slaughter Ja Rule.
I don't think there should be. I think 50 Cent should go against someone else, and Ja Rule
Because think
should
about,
not go with him.
think about it. Can you honestly say that when you listen to 50 Cent first album, you skip a track? No.
They're hit makers.
Yeah, I mean, 50 just that
There's
dude, man.
There's a difference. Now, see, we older heads, we like more lyricists.
Yep.
And neither one of those two are lyricists.
Nope.
They make nice stuff for the radio and the club.
Yeah.
But nah.
Hey Drew, what you got on the agenda next? Moving on.
Oh, next, moving right along. Hey.
Yeah, let's get to these women talking shit about men, man.
Drew, go ahead.
I'm for it. I'm for it. Let's go. It's like, nah.
See the energy pick up. You see the energy pick up, right?
Drew.
So
go ahead, Drew.
Here we go with do the nice guys finish last?
Absolutely.
Now the thing that everybody's looking at right now is the Michael B. Jordan and the Lori Harvey thing, but we have to keep in mind that that's just something that some people are recognizing now. This is something that's been going on for a minute now.
Thank you.
All right.
Ask you this
get a spoon?
Chill out.
Man, just mute his mic. You got the control of it. God dog, if I had the control, I'll mute that son bitch myself.
I gotta ask this question. So, how many guys on here would consider Michael B. Jordan a simp because he wanted something from that? He wanted the long term from that woman, and she more likely this is not the first time that she mentioned that she did not want a long-term marriage and all this, that, but he continued. So would you say Michael B. Jordan was simping?
Nah, he
No,
was
I ain't gonna really put Michael B in that category due to the fact that he's a different archetype than the dude she usually deal with.
Uh-huh.
And he's a more wholesome cat.
Yeah.
And I think she more or less did it to kind of improve her image.
Mhm.
And and he did the same thing. And relatively, it could have been a PR relationship, because when he was on the boat with them white girls, sisters crucified him, and Laurie Harvey got a thottish past, So I think they kind of came together to kind of improve their image. But I think all in all, he was a wholesome guy. Steve even talked good about him, and he was doing the family things, the traditional things that we black men in the community were raised to do.
Okay.
But as we've seen this movie before. The nice guys get shitted on because they want the bad boys. Women are attracted to bad boys. They are. They like the hood niggas. They like the Pookie and the Ray Rays. That's slinging that
How is
D.
Michael B. Jordan, like his situation, any different from the way y'all talk about the way he did it was no different than the way that women do it when they find a man who got multiple baby daddies and feel like they're that one that can change her.
Oh,
That's what he thought. He was that one that can change her.
No, I'm sure. I can't disagree with that to a degree. I can't. However, when you look at her track record, her thottish record, she's been with a father and a son and multiple other entertainers. Why would you want to wife her up anyway?
But how do you know? How do we even know that she was sexual with both of them? We're just going off what the media is putting out there.
Come on now, these dudes.
Anyone like when you see a
She
female and a male
saying she
celebrity
didn't have
together,
sex with them?
automatically they're
So
together.
you saying she didn't have sex with these dudes?
Hey, give me a cigarette. I'm gonna need one too.
Come on, man.
She
gave up the box. They wouldn't even fuck with her if she didn't.
She was with Michael B. Jordan for at least 2 years. I'm in a
for a year.
Yeah, I'm in a harm. Ain't no nigga gonna be with a female for a year and get the box.
Especially them niggas got money too.
I'm
They ain't
sorry.
being with no woman.
I'm sorry.
They ain't just being with no woman for them non-sexual attention.
I'm sorry. Because my whole thing is
that shit was played out in the 80s, man.
He was traditional. He was traditional. He said, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, she didn't want that.
No, because he's boring to her. He's boring to her. He don't get her wet. He don't make her tingle down there.
She should have told him straight up, I'm not about to do this. Ocho side.
Nice guy. He finished last, man.
So
the nice guys do finish last, but at the same time, they do, because honestly and truly,
nice guys.
Most of the men who've ever come into my life, the nicer they were, the more I didn't really find them attractive.
Thank you. So all them good morning, beautiful texts and sending flowers and all that shit, they don't want that shit.
But here's
man.
the thing:
they want you to take. They want you to text and wake up, bitch. You late. Get your ass to work.
No,
that'll get their pussy with.
No. You want? Okay. Women want men with a rough edge. Why? Because especially black women, because they feel like they'll be more of a protector. Okay,
you telling the truth.
The rough edge is for protection, not just for the excitement of being with a rough guy. Most nice guys why do sisters always push this? They have no backbones.
So why do women always want a man who is sensitive and can tell me his emotions and his thoughts and all that fairy tale shit? When deep down inside, y'all just want to be pounded out.
Y'all were
true. We done.
Sir, you are completely wrong.
But no, I'm right. I've dealt with women before. I'm right.
All I'm saying is, when it comes to women, when it comes to men, first of all, most of y'all were raised old school. So y'all were raised not to cry, not to show your feelings, not to do this and not to do that. You can't be that way all the time. We need that parts of you as well. We need to understand your feelings, know what you're going through and everything else. You can't just act strong all the time. You gotta be centered. You gotta be a little bit of everything.
But those the men, y'all. When we do that, be the nice guy. Nice guys get shitted on, and y'all go for the bad boy.
No, I don't go for bad boys. I go for rough edges.
Same difference.
It's the same
Same
thing.
thing.
It's not the same.
It is. You trying?
I
She
said,
trying to give you that word salad. That
Okay.
word salad don't work on funky uncles now. It
Different.
ain't
Okay.
working
No,
on
it
that.
isn't.
It's the same thing.
You go to the guiding light or as the world
said it's
turns,
different.
that shit.
She said it's different. Okay, explain the difference. Because we see it as the same thing.
thing.
We see it as the
Same
same thing.
thing.
So explain the difference. Explain the difference to us.
She
So
can't.
listen, when I'm looking for a dude, right? That dude, I want him to be strong. I want him to have a backbone. I want him to speak up. I want him to be the man. But also, I want him to express his feelings when he's feeling some type of way. If the man came home and he's upset from everything that happened in the world outside, come home and tell me, talk to me about it. Share your emotions with me. Especially if I'm your woman, you lay down with me every night. Don't close off to me.
Man, don't
But at
take
the
that
same
advice
time,
sharing
just keep
your
down,
thoughts with
protect
no
me.
woman. No, just bend over and let's get it on. Assume
Wow,
the position. Let's
are
get
you
it out.
single? Are you single?
yo, let me tell you the problem with that. Let me
Hold
tell you
on.
that.
Just
Okay.
assume the position, baby. Let's get it on.
He's so
Hey, fellas. I'm sorry.
Hey, what's up,
what's up?
Uncle HD?
Yo, let me tell you what the problem is with that. The vulnerability of the man coming in because it becomes vulnerable with a woman like that. That is a level of intimacy that more times than not, come back to bite him in the butt.
Right.
Already. So when he goes against the grain,
because he's choosing the wrong women to be vulnerable to.
No, don't start
but read
that.
this. Okay, even if we say that, think about the amount of women out there who don't want to be vulnerable, who want to wall themselves off. So you have to understand that a lot of times by the time you meet somebody like that, we're in our 30s, our 40s, we have all, both men and women, had experiences prior. But what we run into as men is women who want us to forget the past and look at them as individuals. And at the same time, that woman, 9 times out of 10, is not going to look at us as an individual. We're being based on her past. So how does that work?
Well,
most women are feminists.
Well, me personally, wow.
Most women are feminists, especially in the Black community. And if they go
You
to
know what
church,
a
they're
feminist
particularly
is?
feminists.
You know what a feminist is?
Yeah.
It's someone who agrees that women reserve rights.
Right. You have choices. And the choices y'all make are to shit on the nice guys.
No, it's not. No. Listen.
I ain't no feminist.
Listen,
true.
No woman, a man is supposed to be the protector. No woman wants a man or will respect a man that they can yell at and boss around who just sit there and let it happen. I mean, and just do it. Like no woman wants that. Most nice guys come in that form.
Right.
They're
y'all shit on them.
I don't want a punk. I want someone who's gonna speak his mind.
She said it. That's the truth. She don't want a punk. So when we come in here slinging that big dick energy and want to bang everything, he a dog. He don't know how to respect women.
Yo, G. Basically, what she's saying is what you said. We have to stand on our masculinity, and she wants a man who stands on his masculinity.
But then they got a problem with that.
But at
Yeah,
the same
and I think on top of all of that is first and foremost how you doing, everyone?
Light bright.
Hey, what's going on? First and foremost, there are two separate genders here. We have male and we have female. A woman should operate in her femininity, such as a man should operate in his masculinity. Right. And no one should dictate to one another. That's just the problem. The reasons why it was dictated as being women who operate as a masculine feature in a masculine way, calling them feminists because of their right to do so.
Man should dictate. A man should lead. A man should dictate. Yes.
That's not. See, that's the problem. There's the
problem.
When you enter a relationship,
women got a problem with that.
No, because if you enter a relationship or a marriage, it's not about what the man can do and what the woman can do. Y'all are two different individuals. So if
you just said the man is the leader, right?
That woman
the man
is
is,
good
you
at
just said the
finances,
man
she
is the
should
leader,
handle
right?
the finances, not the
The
man,
man
just
is the
because
leader,
he's
right?
supposed
And
to.
if he
That's what
leading,
he's
he
supposed
should
to
call
do.
the shots.
Okay, but
If
what
the
if the
man
man
leads
don't
the
know how to lead?
then you
at
need to
that
pick
point
another
for that
man.
topic?
Then you need to pick a
Let's
man
bring
that
it
can
back.
lead.
Let's bring it back.
Woo!
First of all, when we get to that point, this is when we got to start being able to communicate. Communication starts first of all being able to hear and listen to one another. One speak, the other one listens. Okay. So when we're coming to this point, this discussion about men and women, we are all naturally birthed how we are. That's no mistaken. Okay, that's first and foremost. When we're coming to the point of arguing what a man should be operating from a woman's perspective, that should not happen. No different than a man should be telling a woman how she should be operating. It's just a matter of fact that you are who you are. If that's not to the point that you all can agree, then you go your separate ways.
That's what I advocate.
No, that's fine.
Let me lower my hand.
MGTOW, baby. MGTOW. Men going their own way, man. Leave them in the dust. Let them
If you
fall.
want to have it, you can. That's fine, though. Yeah.
I really need to see this Russo fellow.
But that's my thing in a nutshell. Because all too often, what do we hear, right? We hear, oh, the reasons why I can't sit up here and respect a man because if he ain't operating as this and that, then of course I'm not going to respect him. Well, it didn't say, that if a woman doesn't deem fit to see a man operating in this masculinity, that she shouldn't deem him the head of the household. It says that men are the head of the household.
Man, HD, they ain't listening to that shit, man. If you ain't making over $100,000, they don't want nothing to do with
I get it, but that's the point I want to make and put it in perspective to allow people, because maybe sometimes it's the way in which we present it. Look at Kevin Samuels. Hate to say it, you know what I mean? Some things, most of the things he said was on point, but your delivery is also key. And a lot of women didn't want to hear him for the sake of his delivery and the way in which he put it. And even though it may sound correct to us as men, it's a delivery point that's going to make you lose a lot of followers, because they always say you can win.
Forget that. Women ain't got no problem when they delivering stuff. Oh, his dick short. He little. He short. I got no problem with that. Our delivery shouldn't matter. No, get out your feelings. Eat the meat and spit out the bones, man. Damn that shit. All that coddling shit is over with, man.
I know, but you know what?
All that coddling shit over with, man.
Johnny need a
Russ,
hug.
No.
I would say the same, but if I did that, I would be no different than you, my brother. And I wouldn't be no different than him. And I wouldn't be able to get across to some people who are willing to listen. Maybe there's a chance. Maybe there's an opportunity that some will listen and say, well, maybe there is a delivery.
This been going on since 1980s. They don't need a man.
Okay,
when y'all gonna get that through your head?
Okay,
they don't need no man. They don't need no man. They've been telling us that. We ain't listening.
This is not based on a certain gender. Okay, men and women both. Okay, everyone is so busy this day and age trying to lead a household, but the problem is, okay, for example, if I'm married to a man and he is horrible at finances. Finances is part of being the head of household. That does not mean he has to do it. Sometimes being the head of household is knowing when to assign a task to someone else that you don't know how to do. Working together. Like, no one wants to do that anymore. It's either the man or the woman. Like, both of y'all should be able to come together and run a head of household. I don't want just a man running my household.
Ain't no coming together to run no head of household.
I want to build with that.
It ain't no trust. It ain't no trust in our community. It's not.
There is.
No, it's not. So why the marriage rates in the Black community is the lowest?
Because people's morals towards marriage has changed. No one feels like they should have to work too hard.
Why do women in the Black community file the most for divorce and at least marriage?
Listen, y'all keep forgetting that. Okay, I grew up in the 80s. I was born in the 80s, right?
Before you move on, answer the question. Why are women filing for divorce the most in the Black community? Women
parents
file for
before.
divorce at 80%
Listen.
in the Black community, and
So
at
you're
least
not gonna
married.
listen to me? You're gonna
No,
ask the
answer the
question if you
question
don't wanna-
first.
I
Answer
am
my
about to
question
answer
first
the
and
question.
move
You're
on.
not listening to my
I'm
answer.
listening, but answer the question first, please, ma'am.
I'm trying to.
All right.
Now, we grew up in these different stages in our ages, right? Now we have this generation now, right? First we had our parents who taught us to keep everything in-house and to do this and to do that. Then we had the 80s where most of the women in the houses were single women because most of our men were either dead or in jail, which is still what's
God,
going
here we
on
go
now.
with that
The Black
1985
woman,
plantation
no,
talking points.
no.
Color purple talking points. Go ahead.
Those same Black women are the women who raised the children that we have now out here. This is
So
what
who's
you're
responsible for the
missing.
community then? It
This
wasn't the
is
men.
it comes from everyone, and your attitude is part of the reason why women talk
The
the way
Black
they do
men
about
wasn't
Black
called the
men.
backbone of the community. Black women got that title, backbone of the community. Since y'all the
Because
backbone
they
of the
were the
community,
ones left in the
fix it.
communities.
Nah, fix it. Obama even said it, and y'all, oh yeah, girl, we the backbone. We the backbone. Okay, well, fix the community then. Don't put it on the men because it wasn't us.
The men weren't there. Why can't you? What part of this are you missing in the 80s?
What's the reason we weren't there?
Because
y'all
y'all
don't
were
need a
in
man.
jail and dead and in the
Oh
streets.
man, here we go with them color purple talking points, man.
What's this? So none of this happened. None of this
No.
happened. The majority of us did not grow up in single family households in the Black community.
Yeah, y'all are women are the backbone of the community. So fix the community.
Keep this. I think one thing is missing. You started in the 80s, Aisha. You started in the 80s, and I can see where you're going from the 80s, but it didn't start in the 80s.
It started before. That's why I said our parents.
Oh,
right.
By the time
70s.
Long.
Women chose that. Women made the decision. We don't want to be married. So
and that was said early on. You know how, just like you said, they said you can either have the man in the household or we can give you that and the third. And then a lot of women chose, that's what he's saying. A lot of women chose the federal funding.
Right.
And you're not understanding why.
Then she go to we in jail and all this. Well, a lot of them Black men were selling drugs, and a lot of women went for it because y'all used to buy. Y'all used to get the drug dealers' money. Y'all used to spend the drug dealers' money. All right, go ahead.
You're not gonna let me talk. And me and you gonna have a serious problem if you don't let me speak what I have.
Go ahead, sis. Go ahead.
What's your name, ma'am?
They did not choose to not have those Black men in the home. The Black men were being basic. Okay. If your job, first of all, the jobs weren't paying that much. So even if you had a Black man in the home, most of the time, and both of y'all was working, you could barely make ends meet. Okay. So when it came down to the choice of either being homeless or going on these programs, your man can't go on this program because he was racially profiled by the police and now he has a charge. So you have to do this program by yourself because he can't be on anything.
Exactly.
It was not a choice for most Black women. We had to do it. Do you know how many women had
Look
to
at the Moynihan report. Read the Moynihan report and it'll tell you everything.
How many homeless shelters can you go to where they'll take the husband, the wife, and the kids? They will only take the wife and the kids.
Right.
So we have to choose if we're homeless to either
what
provide
other
for our
group of
kids
women?
or
What other group of women tell their men they don't need them?
It's
We don't need no man.
systematic.
What other group of females say that other than Black women? We don't need no man. What other group? Hello, not all speak at once. What other group of females, white, Black, whatever, say they don't need no man besides Black women?
I think it's that way because Black men.
Damn, nobody want to answer no question.
I think it's that way because black men were specifically targeted. Yeah. And this was back ever since the 70s. So like sister was saying, they implemented those programs and they had to go, they had to partake in those programs. So eventually they started to, as time went on, they began to, okay, well, I'm making it on my own.
Right.
So
we don't need you. We don't need no man.
They developed that mentality.
Right.
Yeah.
And we know more than anybody else. We were instructing our young ladies or whatever the case to say that, hey, you do what you can to be able to survive. So of course we made it worse. You know, when I say
But
we, I'm
what
talking
other
about
group of women say
Karen
they
and-
don't need no man besides black women?
There is no other.
Because that mentality grew over time because black men were targeted to be taken out of the picture.
And you see where we at today.
Now, and I can also
tired, baby. I'll see you later.
I can also
Go get
say
some sleep.
that
Be careful driving home.
as a large group, you know, a lot of when we have this conversation with black women, a lot of black women say, no, it's not me. You know, that's not my family. But you have to understand that you may be in the vast minority. You know what I'm saying?
As a collective, as a collective.
You have to understand that with all the men, the black men out there, the odds of them running into a woman like you are slim, very slim. And then, so once again, goes back to what I said before. What is their experience? That's their experience, and that's their reality. And women, there are lots of women out there who don't want to accept the fact that that is our reality.
Yep.
And
they don't give a damn. Shit, they don't give a fuck.
Okay, and that's how it comes off. They don't care that that's their reality, because if you can't deal with them, then you ain't nothing. That's when we get ish. Don't do this. They don't do that.
He got a little dick. He's short. He got a bald head.
Oh Lord, here he go again. I don't know what some women done told you that done traumatized you.
No, I don't try to disregard that, sis. You done heard those shaming tactics. Come on now, you know. Oh, he got a little dick, girl. His dick too little. He dick little. Don't run that. I done heard it all. I done dealt with many women. Fuck that. I done heard it all.
We got a question here. So, what excuse is it for the young black females these days? The young black females these days, a lot of them are influenced too much by social media, whereas all four black kids in general were more influenced by the household and the community. That outside source, which we call social media, has really been a detriment to the community, to our kids as a whole. Because now
we made it that way.
Right. The elders failed the young ones.
Yeah,
they don't know how to retire. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of simple things that we learned growing up. Oh, the sink is called get a hanger. These jokers gonna be like, for what? You know what I'm saying? Get a hanger for what? What are we gonna do? You need to call somebody. It's the simple things that that today's generation is losing out on because of we live in an era of convenience. Let me get somebody else to do it. Let me pay somebody to do it. Why should I learn to do it? And we have everything at our fingertips. Yella, I'm not talking about you. Yella's one of the rare people I know who will go on YouTube and find out how to fix stuff. But once again, we're going to talk about that being the minority and the majority of people. You know what I'm saying? Them jokers can't, you know, how many years have men been talking about women, younger women, attractive women who can't cook? They can't even boil a hot dog. You know what I'm saying? They throw it in the microwave. They if you have to boil a hot dog, that's too much work.
Yeah.
Hot damn.
I don't know if y'all actually read this article that I read, that the younger generation right now has the most entrepreneurs coming out of them that are using the social media platform and all the internet platforms to make their money. Most of these kids are making more money than us sitting at home. So no, they don't have to cook and do all this stuff because they can just need someone else to do it.
But Pete, I'm gonna ask you this question. I'm gonna ask you this question, Aisha, and I want you to answer it honestly. But all these young entrepreneurs, are they in the majority or the minority?
The majority.
No.
They are in the majority. No. And I'm one who's always, first of all, I was raised Nation of Islam when I was younger. So I you know, like my first thought is always to go, you know, everywhere else. But I see
Your daddy was strict as hell.
Black women and Black men making it on social media platforms than I've ever seen before.
Yeah,
like
it's the era
really making it successful. There's so many Black rich people now compared to when we came up.
Yeah, but listen to the question again. To the question again. If you have 18 million kids, 18 and under, you got 1 million that are entrepreneurs and making money. Is that the majority or is that the minority?
If you have 1 million,
Yes.
that's the no. But I thought you were talking about for that platform, the majority.
Oh, no, I'm saying
Okay.
yes, there are a lot of entrepreneurs, and that is the good thing about social media. You have people who are using this avenue in order to create revenue, but they are still in the vast minority to do things. If you go out of your household and you gather 100 kids, 100 don't even know how to communicate with other kids. Half of they have no social skills, none. They have no common sense is not that common with them. You ask them something, why did you kick that ball and hit that window? Huh? They can't even.
How did these kids learn everything that they're doing now? Because they grew up watching us. We did this to them, and now we're the ones sitting back complaining about it.
No, I ain't complaining. It's true. You're right. I agree with you on that, sis. Because some of these young men can't even change a car tire out here.
Right.
That's a damn shame, man.
Most parents, when they go to teach their children, they teach them based on what they went through. Okay, so they will only like if that parent went through really bad financial situations or whatever, and now they're good. They're going to take their time and spend more time teaching their kids about finances than anything else. So they're not learning everything else because the parent is focused on how they feel, making sure that kids don't feel that same way in that category.
Let me tweak that statement just a bit. Most of us will teach the kids what we know, not what we learn. We'll teach them what we know. Because things that we've gathered in our journey around this rock, around the sun, we will teach them some of the things that we didn't get coming up. But still, that goes back to where you are, socioeconomic or geographic. You know, you're not going to learn the same things in a city as you're going to learn in a small town.
The younger generation is smarter, but they're weaker.
No, it goes to that whole thing about taking a village. I'm one parent who I could not get my daughter to become fully potty trained. The babysitter was doing a really good job at it, and I had no problem handing it over to her because I sucked at it. Okay, and parents don't do that. When they suck at something, they don't hand it on to the next person because their ego gets in the way of it, and that's what causes a lot of misknowledge between these kids.
Ain't no village no more. Where's the village? Ain't no village no more.
You make your village. If you want your kids, all
black
these
people don't.
no,
a lot of black people don't even like each other,
be
man.
your
Let's be
village
honest.
for your children.
The black community
your
don't even like each other. We jealous of one another.
I love
we hate
the
to
black
see.
community,
That's
and I
you.
love
That's
black
an
women,
individual,
and I love
but
black
as a collective nation, we don't even like each other. We jealous of each other.
because we were taught to not.
Let's be honest. We're gonna be honest about that. That we can't even get along and see eye to eye most of the time.
We're taught that way.
Yeah, but is it not true that we don't have a community no more? We don't have a village no more.
But you can build your own community. You don't you start with you.
Again, just like with the other situation, that was a result of years and years of situations like that.
But this is where we at, brother.
So but we
don't support one another.
We don't have a community.
Your kids a village, your kids will make sure their kids have a village and it will continue on. But until each and every single one of us start making changes individually, nothing else is going to happen.
You know niggas jealous of one another, don't want to see the next one do better than the next one.
I didn't say all.
I didn't say all. I didn't say all.
We don't have a village.
You can't say I'm wrong though, because we do not get along. We don't like each other.
But you're making excuses. There's a lot of men that you do get along with.
Making no excuses. I'm calling like I see it. I ain't gonna care for a community that don't give a fuck about me.
The fact that we don't have a community, the fact that we don't have a community is not by accident.
So we're talking about community now. So Juneteenth is about 2 weeks away, and so you say everybody, what Johnny?
Ain't no damn Juneteenth, man. Ain't no Juneteenth. Niggas ain't gonna get along.
So I
see who invited Negative Nancy.
So,
I'm here.
He wanted to co-host, so you can't stop
here.
But anyway,
I'm just telling you. Shit. I ain't never
I
had
see
no
all
white
the-
people come in my yard and cut my tires and try to bust out my windows. That was black people, my own people.
So
That's
I
because you
see
live in
the-
an all black community. Who else is going to do it?
See, that's what I'm saying. We don't even get along. Ain't no village no
No,
more. We
I'm
don't even
saying that
like
if
each
you
other.
go into a white neighborhood, an all white neighborhood, you will find the same
I ain't
thing.
never had no white folks try to do that to me. It's my own
I
people.
grew up in Montgomery
It's a
County,
I
proximity.
ain't
nothing
never
but
had no
white.
white man pull a gun on me. It was my own people.
And I'm pretty sure Unc HD can agree with this. It's a proximity thing. Most crimes are committed by people within their own ethnicity.
Yeah, it's not just us when it comes to that. That's
And
a fact.
it's not just us.
No, but it happens. We got to call it like it is. We don't like each other. We jealous of one. We
But you're
still
so
got
negative.
niggas
What
jealous
are
from.
you doing
We
to
still
make a
got niggas
change to
jealous
that?
with each other from high school shit, man. Let's be honest, man. 30
But
years.
why? What are you doing to change it?
But those are
I don't have the
individuals.
solutions, but I'm here for the conversation.
Yeah, but
I
those
don't
are
have solutions. Don't ask me
those
for
are
them damn solutions.
individuals. Those are individuals that hold on to things like that.
That's the
not
black
yeah.
community.
No, it's not.
Black
it's
community
not.
is a bunch of individualites.
No.
So tired
I'm
of you just
responding.
saying the black community, the black community. The black community is starting to change. The black community starts to change once we get out of all these gated in communities and ghettos and hoods and stuff. That's when change starts to happen. And most blacks are starting to step out of that.
Who made it a ghetto?
The government. When they put you in there and put up a gate and told you there's only one way in and one way out and act as accordingly, and then they threw some drugs at us. That's what happened.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead and land your plane, baby.
This
Started
plane.
a long time ago. Started long before we were born.
You see, me and you gonna get into it right now. You keep on
Yes,
talking like
I
that.
see.
Now, me and you gonna get into
I'm
it.
good with it.
You
I'm
keep
good
on
with it.
doing
I hope.
Hey,
All
guess
right,
what?
all right,
One
all right.
this week gonna be
My
best
argument.
friends.
All right. I'm gonna tell you, straighten you out now. You ain't probably never had a man straighten you out. I'm gonna straighten you out. Damn.
I
Come
was
here
raised
that
with
shit.
13 brothers. You
I'm gonna
can't tell
straighten
me
you out.
nothing.
They wasn't me though. I'm gonna straighten you out over here. Come to Funky Uncle now.
You need to stay over there and stay.
Look
stay hidden.
Nah,
Stay
that's
hidden.
right. Nah,
Y'all
I'm
supposed to
gonna tell you.
animosity.
That's
Until
right.
I see you in person. I want to see your face, Ruth. So let
I
me
can't
see
wait
your
to see you
face.
either, sis. I'm gonna spank your butt because you probably never had a man tighten you up. I can tell you
Listen,
right now.
listen. This is
Tighten
the
you up.
problem right there. This is the problem right there. You see the way you're talking to me? You don't
That's
even know
right.
me.
That's right.
You don't even know me. So
You
why
can't talk
feel
nice
like
to
you can
black
talk
folks.
to me like that?
As hard-headed and stiff-necked and rebellious as black folk is, you can't be nice to us.
So
Because we
you're gonna
hard-headed, we
basically
don't listen.
so basically everything that you're complaining about, you just put me in that
I
same
ain't
category
complaining.
and
I'm
try to
not
talk to me
complaining.
that same exact way.
I'm not complaining. I'm just telling you what it
That's
is.
all you've been doing, sir.
I'm just telling you what it is. I ain't no complaining about it. I'm telling you what it is. That's right.
Okay, but why? It seems like you really do have a problem with the black community yourself.
I do.
Frustrated.
I do.
But
You like the way you black people on the bottom for them as a not individually, as a nation.
But
we
do
at
you
the
know
bottom
why we're on the bottom?
because
I
of the
hear
white
so
man.
many black men walking around, black men and women talking about how superior we are to, other races and everything else. So why do we keep trying to be equal to them? We want equal rights. We want equal this.
Facts.
See, I ain't on that. I ain't on that. We shall overcome now. No. That dream is dead.
No, it's
We
not.
gotta wake up to the Black American nightmare. Because that
The
dream
black
Martin had,
community is
that dream,
waking
man.
up.
Okay, I'm gonna agree with you, sis. In some aspects, we are.
No, don't agree with me.
No, I'm giving you your props. If you're right, you're right. If you're wrong, you're wrong. I'm gonna call it both ways. I call balls and strikes, baby. I call balls and strikes. In that aspect, you're right. Some of us are waking up. Yeah, I call balls and strikes. I keep it even.
This platform here is an example of it, and I've seen other platforms, popping up with people from all different walks of life.
Yeah, we call balls and strikes. That still ain't gonna stop me from tightening up on your ass, though.
Andrew, is he on every time?
Hey, Yella, tell Cindy Minnie
He's on every time.
Yep, I sure am.
I'm coming back on here just for you, sir.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. I appreciate it. We like your viewership and your engagement. Thank you so much. Spread the word for us now. Spread the word for us. Funky Uncles.
I gotta say that I enjoyed this tonight. This we did get some points across. We got some banter. We got some disagreements.
Yeah, we got to
But,
have some disagree. We can't agree with everything now. Everybody ain't always right now.
And see, that's the whole thing. We as a people feel that we have to agree in order to get along.
No,
we don't agree with me and G. We the host, and we don't agree on everything.
right? We go back and forth. So
he feels it's over. I feel that we have a chance. He's like, well, we disagree to disagree.
Right.
and I'm
Ain't
like,
no
I'm
chance,
cool with
man.
that. Because that's still my dog. You know what I'm saying? That's still that's my brother.
We can respectfully disagree here on this platform, you know?
Yeah, but see that's the type of thing that we as a people have to understand. Those that disagree with the brother Samuels, you know, they shamed him instead of saying, okay, I don't agree. That's his opinion. I'm gonna let that be that. Oh no,
she didn't even like Kevin Samuels. She on this show,
Ooh.
she ain't even like you didn't even like Kevin Samuels. You
I
talking
did.
trash about Kevin. No,
I did. I did not tell you I grew up with 13 brothers. So you never took the time to really listen to any of my points of view. Growing up with 13 brothers changed how I look at men and relationships and what men want, because I paid attention to my brothers during their relationships. And
at what age you had this transformation? At what age? At what age you
I grew up with them. I've always been like this.
So you ain't never say you don't need no man. You never said that.
No, because I want a man by my side.
Where your man at?
That's why. Didn't you just hear me say I want?
Okay. All right. I got you, sis. I got you.
Christmas. Cancel Christmas.
That's why you're not listening to me.
Wait, hey, you better hurry up because the clock running out, ain't it? How old are you?
I know this fool did not say the clock running out for me. The clock will never run out for me.
Oh, stop it. How old are you?
I'm a black woman. I get better with age. Thank you,
what
sir.
that got to do with it? Everybody got a biological clock now. How old are you? How old are you?
Younger than you.
No. No. See, why you don't want to answer the question, sis? I asked you a simple question.
I'm 41.
You better hurry up.
No, I'm not. Because hurrying up means settling.
No, settling for what? An average
hurrying
nice guy?
Up means settling.
And he won't. Oh, so the guy won't be settling either. So the guy won't be settling for you then.
No, he wouldn't.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
Are you kidding me?
That he wouldn't be settling?
And you'll be settling for him? And he's adding value to your life?
I will not take. First of all, why would either one of us have to settle? I do not want to ever settle for something.
What do you call settling?
Settling means just taking what's out there.
How much money he has to make for you to settle?
He don't gotta make. Listen, I wouldn't care if he was broke. If he had ambition,
you gotta make a dollar amount now, so you will settle. So you'll get a broke nice man.
Yes. As long as he had drive, we can build together.
Well, I ain't talking about drive. I'm talking about how much would he have to make for you to settle?
You're not understanding me, sir.
I'm asking a question.
What part of this? But I answered your question. You just don't believe it.
Okay, how much it would cost for you to submit to him? How much you would have to make?
First of all, like I said, I was raised Nation of Islam. It's almost embedded in me to be submissive.
I asked you about no Islam. I asked you how much does your
but
submission
I just
cost?
Answered
How much would he have to make for you to submit to this man?
It does not cost money.
It does.
Not a single dime.
Without money.
Wow. This is why you're probably single, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay, this is why. You throwing money. Money don't buy love.
You the question, man. Don't try to turn it on me. See, this is what Kevin Samuels had to deal with all the time, man. They always trying to turn the tables on you, man. Fellas, y'all listening, right? Y'all listening, fellas. HD, you hear me now? You hear me ask a simple question.
Still not listening.
HD, come on now. You heard me ask a simple question, HD.
Let me say one thing, people. Hey,
you're not listening.
Time for them turn to go to bed now. 12 o'clock.
Go ahead, Aisha.
All right, I'm gonna land my plane, man. I landed my plane. Go ahead, Aisha.
Go ahead, Aisha.
Don't you crash your plane.
Oh, see, now she want me to die. Ain't that some shit? Now she want me dead. Oh, I tell you, our community, see what I'm saying? Our community, The black man dead, boy. And unfortunately, a black man is worth more dead than he is alive. I hate to tell you, fella. I hate
You
to
ain't
tell
got life insurance.
you. Shit, you must be crazy. That be something. Shit. I done spent all them years in the military too. I got me some goddamn life insurance.
All I'm saying is, I can meet a guy who has money and he treats me like shit. And I can meet a guy who does not have a single dime, who's willing, you know, who wants to work towards something and build. And I would rather be broke with that man building something than with a man with money who's going to treat me like some garbage.
Okay. I hear you, sis. I hear you. When you be 42 years old.
What if the broke man doesn't have a mean side, or what'd you call it earlier?
The bad boy.
No, it's a rough edge.
Edge. Rough edge. But what if
broke man gonna have a rough edge because he ain't got no money. He gonna be going up down your goddamn time.
But what if the broke guy didn't have a rough edge?
Right.
Then I would see it and he would still be broken single.
See? Man, we're gonna have to revisit this. Hey, DR, we're gonna have to have her back on. We're gonna have to revisit this conversation, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to straighten her out.
You've never met me. There's no.
I'm gonna have to straighten her.
Boy.
I'm gonna have to straighten her out.
Hey, you know how long I've been trying to come on this show. You know what? I feel good on the show tonight. Okay, let's get it. Let's get it. She was.
Somebody got to land that plane, man. I hear some static.
Which one of y'all is somebody with a microphone, evidently?
Nah, mine ain't like that, bro.
Kwame got that clear shit. Kwame got that professional shit.
Ain't all right, baby.
Yes, sir.
You see number all white teeth on there. Look
at
that.
Yes, sir. Yes,
hey, Flex, enable to share your screen. I want to show you if possible.
Damn, that's Big Six with all that static. He probably eating chicken back there or something. What Big Six doing?
No, he on mute. He know what time it is. You good?
I think you can do it now.
All right, let me see.
Check it out and see.
Let me see. All right. Let me see if it'll pop up. Oh, shit.
I thought it was mine, but nope. I muted it. Still not.
Might be mine then.
Probably so. Your plane needs to be repaired, sir. Oh no, did someone sleep?
Somebody got it bad.
Cause you flying on the plane tonight. That's why I'm making that noise. Funky on the plane. Yeah, you got to come back. I got to take you. You got to come back.
Make her a funky aunt.
Yeah.
No, y'all was to have. We would really be debating all day and all night dealing with me.
Yeah, that's why we here. We here to have the conversation, sis.
That's part of the conversation. Sometimes it turns into a debate.
Yeah.
That's what we all about. We not about running from the truth and running from the understanding. We not about that. If you can't have the conversation, if you can't express yourself and we can't express ourselves, and then there's an understanding, that's the whole point of it.
Can always have the conversation.
You need to be heard. We have to be heard. We have to be understood. And if not, that's all right. You heard us. We're going to keep moving.
That's right.
Give me a second.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, we from the funk era. You know what I'm saying? We them 70s, you know, P-Funk.
Oh, not me. I'm from the 80s. Sorry, guys. Y'all old.
We old now.
Hey, I prefer the term seasoned.
There you go.
That's right. Veterans.
Seasoned.
Oh, you ain't too far behind now. You talk about the 80s. You ain't too far behind us.
But I'm far enough. I'm far enough. I wasn't being thought of as y'all were.
You was born in what, 1980?
One.
Oh shit. Oh, you right there at the doorstep, man.
Hey,
She was born at 80
that's why
I
you
thought
should
she was
listen
born
to
at
your
85,
elders.
86. She was born at 81. Come on. Still had them Caprice Classics with 2 doors on them. Had the
Hey,
Dyson mirror and shit.
The box Volvos and box and the Mercedes.
Yeah, the Box Maximas and shit. Remember the Box Maximas?
Yes, sir.
The 3 channels. Oh man.
Kwame, what you doing, man? You trying to land the plane or what, man?
Nah, I'm trying to get this. Trying to get this video right. So, yeah.
I don't think it's gonna play videos. I've been trying.
Okay, so I will just copy the link and y'all can look at it later. Then, give me a second. Actually, it's just Jeffrey Wright.
So HD, you being the elder statesman, man, and she was born in 81. She ain't that far behind us now.
I'm far enough.
Well, I say it like
You
that.
tried to say I
If
wasn't
she
a
wants to
spring
respect
chicken.
us as the elder ones, then I would say to that, respect your elders.
Oh, there you go, HD. There you go, HD. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. See, she ain't gonna talk trash to you. She talk trash to me. She ain't gonna talk trash to you.
That's because HD did not spend his whole time bashing the Black community.
Wait a minute. Bashing? Who bashing?
Who's the one complaining that he's only had black on black crime happen to him?
I went from bashing to complaining. See, a black man can't speak his mind no more. They try to hush. They try to keep the black man on mute. See, while they tell the black man his dick little, he's short, he's broke, he ain't got the money, but they want us to be on mute.
Let's get it over with.
Oh, girl, he can eat some pussy, but his dick little. He got money though. His car nice. All that shit, man.
Men talk the same way when it comes to women, so don't sit there and act like it don't. I got 13 brothers. I done heard the conversation.
But them your brothers.
No, all men. I have all.
No, ain't no all men now. You can't say all men.
So y'all telling me that y'all have never stepped back with your boys and talked about your sexual experience with a girl and how good she was at giving head or something?
Of course.
Yes, just like
but we didn't use it as a shaming tactic though.
Oh, so y'all, so you've never said that someone was loose or it was too dry?
That's not a shaming tactic. That's the truth.
Yes, it is. It's the same thing that you're saying.
No,
basically, she pointed out the obvious.
Most men don't judge women on that criteria if we want to date them or not.
Yes, they do.
We don't judge on that criteria.
Yes, y'all do.
Okay.
We don't.
We don't.
Y'all lying.
No, we're not.
Because most dudes, after the experience, I could probably say almost none of them ever complain.
Right.
Yes, they have.
Most dudes just want sexual access. We don't care about that.
Exactly.
So
we just want sexual access.
So y'all never complain that she don't like do enough in the bed or she too stiff or whatever.
We may mention it, but we bypass that and just hit it. You know?
Exactly.
Not me.
I think for the most part, men were back then. They always figured it was because of their nature. They thought that it was them more or less than the woman, because the woman is the one with the hole, right? And the woman is the one that's gonna be able to make or say anything different. So we had that feeling that maybe it was us for the most part, especially if we couldn't get it up. It was psychological. So,
and if we couldn't get it up, that's not on the man, that's on the woman.
Yeah, but we didn't know no better then. We didn't know better then. See,
right.
But that's why I say, well, women, they have a hole. See, they can play it off. They can say, well, if they've tried, they can say it's because of you. You're not enticing them.
Right.
Exactly.
The reverse of that, if you wasn't getting up,
your balance might be off.
Your ego is not tamed. You ain't getting that up either.
Thank
so
you.
As you get older, more men are more reliant on what a woman says more or less than that. Because you could look fine and everything or whatever, but deep down inside of a man, a true man, as he ages, he's going to listen to that woman. And what you say to that man is going to really make a difference in the bedroom.
It's going to resonate. Yep.
They call cause and effect.
I
Yes,
don't need
sir.
no man.
Yes, sir. You put a
I like the way y'all said it.
when you look at Pavlov's theory in psychology says you put a steak in
Girl,
front of
yeah,
a
boy.
dog,
Shooting
right?
her ass out of
The
there.
dog is going to do what? The dog is going to salivate.
Mhm.
All right. So it's no different than men. That's why they always say, you know, never tease a hungry man with a steak. Know where that came from?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Facts.
yeah.
Look at Bees, man.
So we're strictly talking about the mindset of the man versus woman. Women have a lot of goals. All right, I'll put it like that. Men are unanimous with being able to zone in into the woman because what he sees, he visualizes, and he thinks that this is the woman physically in this appearance until she opens her mouth to either confirm or deny that privilege. So if a woman ever, oh geez, I'm feel like I'm going off here. The battery is getting dead here. Sorry, y'all.
No, your old lady here in that conversation, so you trying to get to a safe place.
Yeah, he trying to hide in the other room. He trying to go in the other room and hide. So he with his old lady with there.
He trying to go to the safe place.
Yeah, don't try to hide.
Skin.
Go ahead and say what you got. Stand on your shit, HD. Don't try to hide.
HD said, I gotta live with this woman. You know, and you're doing this to me. You're killing me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, Kwame, that's a nice hat there, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, I noticed that, man. That is a nice hat.
When I traveled down to the good old state of South Carolina, one of the funky uncles was nice enough to meet me at the General Dollar Store at the crossroad to give me the hat.
That's nice, man. I like that. I like that.
All right, there we go.
Now you in a safe place where she can't hear you, right, HD?
Sir?
Yeah, yeah. You look like you in some closed area there, HD. You sure?
He hiding in
Far
the
side of the
there
house.
Remember they got that.
Yeah. Make sure you
No,
close the door now. Close the door so she will hear you.
but truly, we all. I mean, I can only speak for a certain level of men, you know, that have experienced the same thing that I've experienced as a man. I'm 52 years old now, right? But when I was younger, I used to think a little bit different. Now, when I was younger, the whole saying was like, communication is key. Communication is key. Communication is important. All right. So with that, I thought that just communicating anything off the top of my head was enough because I spoke what was on my heart. But I realized as I got older, you can't just say everything off the top of your head. You know, because certain things would affect you. Just the same thing in a way in which things have affected me. And I used to, when I would date some of these women, as I got older, certain things affected me. Back then, when I was younger, it didn't flow. It didn't matter what a woman said to me. I just figured that sex would alleviate everything. I don't even want to fuck with your head, okay? When I got older, though, it was like those particular sayings, certain things that a woman would say to you was enough to kind of make you feel like you had your tail between your legs. And now they call it emasculating. Okay. And it's very real. And what I have seen lately in this era, that you find different than the past, what we used to have, you'll find that more and more men are starting to develop those communication skills, something that was very unlikely back then and that women were looking for. But now that it has come, it is like a shock or unbelievable or whatever you want to call it. It's like as if they want to believe it, but not truly there yet, if it makes sense at all to you. Because it's like I'm seeing that more men are communicating in a way in which they're dialoguing. Like, for instance, I look at dialoguing different than arguing. I don't want to argue with somebody that I love, right?
I want to be able to have a communication, some sort of vibe with the woman that I care about and I love. I'd rather say dialogue because that's what we're having. I'm not trying to debate with her. I'm not trying to argue a point or whatever, even though I may in synonymous terms, but I'm dialoguing with her to get a point across so that she may understand me and that I may understand her in turn, if we give each other that space to be able to communicate.
Right. And to piggyback off of you, brother, a lot of conversations are being had we didn't have before because men have a platform now. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, we didn't really have a platform where we could speak, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And if we did, it was on TV and they shut us down when we tried to tell our perspective. But now with YouTube and other social media platforms, a lot of black men are having a conversation, man.
And remember back then, Ayana Fixed My Life? She was a very popular woman, and she was bringing a lot of men on the shows, and a lot of them had a lot of things to say, and a lot of them had humility to display their vulnerabilities out for the whole world to see. And not once did a woman think that a man could be feeling so horrible about presenting his life there on the public to having to view, no different than a woman. But you didn't see that for women back then. More women had the ability to be able to communicate with one another without it being looked upon as being funny, because it was accepted that women communicated with each other. But back then, men communicating with other men about the relationship, they'd be like, man, you better get that shit on.
Right. Dudes used to shame you for it. You couldn't even go to another dude and tell him if he was having problems with a chick, man. Because the boys would look at you like, man, you soft, man. You can't handle a woman, blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You had to take that to your grandmama or...
Oh, Lord.
Yes.
Yeah. You always had somebody, but it was just, most of the times you were too proud to do it, or you didn't. You didn't know what the reaction would be because it wasn't common to you.
And dudes would laugh at you, man.
That's why we fail. That's why we fail, because they say what? Pride comes before a
destruction.
Yes.
Yeah. Pride comes before destruction.
Comes before fall. So all too often we had that ego and that pride. We wanted to get there, but we just couldn't. But now we're starting to see more and more of the heart of man being able to show and display, no matter whether it's vulnerability or strength, no matter if it was a downfall, it's an uplift, it's an edification. So a lot of times, if we're not putting ourselves out there for the sake and sacrifice of our own humility to be able to come up, then what are we doing? We have to have, just no different than what, what's your name again, young lady? I'm sorry. Aisha. No different than what she was saying about having to take our natural course, but sometimes it was just that hard way in which we had to kind of figure it out as a society, even because even before platforms came into play, I figured there was something going on, even in my own life. And I said to myself, I said, shit, I mean, I'm talking to this lady, having these 3 o'clock in the morning sessions and shit, and I just can't get through to her. You know, and then eventually I just said, you know what, I'm gonna have to do something.
Hang up the damn phone.
I did. Right? You said what?
Hang up the damn phone.
Hey.
Fuck that.
That's one thing. You know, that's one answer.
Yeah.
That's hard to do when you're in front of a woman.
Yeah, you're right. Just do that walk away.
Hang up the phone.
Hey, fellas, HD, Cuomo, DR, and Aisha. Oh Lord,
you said
Aisha,
fellas. You said fellas, and then
I'm mentioning your name too. I mentioned your name. I said,
look what you did to my son. So thank you.
Aisha.
Thank you. Look what you did to me, Russo.
It's time for him to go.
With your boring talk.
He doesn't run around all day. He tired. Yeah.
No, he's listening to you. Put him to sleep.
That's right. See, because he know I'm talking about. He know I'm talking with sense. He know I'm talking with masculine sense. He said, that Russo Gian, now I can listen to him because he understands that I'm a little boy. Yeah. See, I got 3 sons, so he might ought to listen. He might ought to listen. I got 3 boys, so he know I'm good with boys. Hey man, as usual, even everybody in the back I can't see, I'm gonna have to get off of here. It's a pleasure talking to you guys as usual. and having the conversation. Like I said, I don't have the solutions, but we can always have the conversation, man.
Oh, I'm gonna come up with the solution.
Amen.
I'm gonna come up with a solution.
See, DR is the solution-based guy. You know, he's the solution-based guy. Me, I'll have the conversation, but I ain't got no solutions now.
Hey,
I
but
done ran out of them.
Fixed until you first recognize it as being a problem.
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to get out of here, man. Love you guys.
Much love you too, bro.
Talking to y'all as
Good
usual.
to see you again and hear
Yeah,
from
no
you.
doubt, brother. No doubt. You know,
G,
Kwame,
stay up.
Yeah, man. Simi, holla at you, man. And
All
you too,
day.
Aisha. I'll talk to you later. You ain't gotta wave me by. I don't want
You don't have to say it like that, sir. You said respect your elders, sir. What's wrong?
Oh, see what I'm saying? You ain't too far behind now. You ain't too far behind me. You was born in 1981.
81. Wow.
January 24th, and I love jewelry for my birthday, so don't forget.
81. They say
that man you scoping on, you can let that man you scoping on tell you that. Get that for you. Hey, y'all be safe. Keep your head on the swivel. White supremacy is real. We in a war. Y'all be safe out there, man.
No doubt.
All right.
Always.
Talk to you guys later, man.
All right, man.
Peace, man. Peace.
All right.
Andrew, can you send me their Facebook information? Because I want to be Facebook friends.
I don't have G on Facebook. Me and him normally just text and call, but I do have I have Josh, I have Kwame, I have Mel. Who else was on Essence?
I don't know. Only way I accept your friend request, send you a Carolina Gamecock shirt, because that orange is burning my eyes. That Tennessee Bulls.
You're gonna be real mad when you find out who my NFL team is.
What, Dallas?
Mm-hmm.
Dang, you know what? We know you're special. You know, they got every program got special needs people. I understand that. You understand?
This says Go Navy. This is a Navy shirt.
Oh, okay. I did see bold. That's all I seen. So I'm thinking that it was, Tennessee, and I apologize. So I guess you.
But I just moved to South Carolina. I'm from Maryland, so why I need a Gamecock shirt? I need a University of Maryland joint.
Okay, you could be a Turk. It's all good. Okay. What part of Maryland?
I'm from Montgomery County, Maryland.
Well, okay. I don't know Montgomery County. Where's that? How far that is from like Allentown Road?
You talking about PG?
Yeah, Prince
45 minutes.
45 minutes. Okay, my dad stayed.
Montgomery County is where they have the mostly because of DC and all the senators and stuff. That's where they live, and their kids go to school and stuff at.
Okay. So you out there with the right privilege. So that's what you're saying.
It's mixed privilege out there. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. So before Louis Farrakhan X the 22nd got on. But I was saying about Juneteenth, what are the communities doing in your areas? I understand that Waltz River one of my hometown, they're doing something. I see those girls are trying to mend the community with glue and bring awareness on Juneteenth.
Yeah,
I hope it will be successful.
Yeah.
You know how it's gonna go when a bunch of Black people around, and they're gonna have every law enforcement agent on duty that day just because they feel that we're a threat when a bunch of us get together, and then versus a bunch of colonizers. They have their little event like Harley Davidson week in Myrtle Beach, and so they have less police up there.
Yeah.
But what I am doing, and I'm in Nashville. So what I'm doing in Nashville, I am part of the organ. Huh?
You said you're in Nashville. You said what you go out? I was like getting hung. But go ahead.
Nah. You see, that's the thing. That's the what? Huh?
What?
The TV went off. So the TV went off. That means time for y'all to go to sleep. Okay. Okay. Grandpa, love you. Go to bed. Good night.
It's a grandpa. Lord, I'm still trying to get.
So, like I said, I'm part of the organization called BEN. BEN is an organization called Black Employee Network within the Amazon Network organization. So my title is the Director Involvement in Community. So I started my project back in February during Black History Month. And the thing about it, me being here in this community in Nashville, a lot of people don't know. Some people know the story about Uncle, we call him Uncle Nearest, but his name is Nate Green. So I spearhead a project that we go there to learn the history about Nate Green. So now what I did for Juneteenth, they're doing a relaunch or reopening. And now it's in a bigger network now. It's not only just the building I work out of, it's the whole node, which has got 7 buildings. So we're looking at between 200 and 250 people going to be participating in an event that I spearhead. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't know, your Flex will tell you, I'm always the one behind the scene. I'm not the one in the forefront and stuff like that. But just kind of propel me to another level as far as being involved in the communities, giving back to Blacks, giving back to the Black communities, businesses and stuff like that. So we're doing a lot of stuff like that. But we hope it's gonna be a peaceful turnout. And a village, we have to rebuild the village, and the village start with us. So that's some of the things. And it's so funny, the older you get, the wiser you get, and you see things, and like Unc said, you stop talking and you just start listening. Because every time people are talking and you're talking, and somebody's not going to receive what their individual is saying, everybody trying to talk over one another. So if hey, just be quiet for a minute, and if they're long-winded, just go ahead and jot your question down, because you may forget, but still you jot the question, jot the what they're talking about whatsoever, and then once they finish, that 5-minute pause, then you can jump in and go ahead and give them that feedback. So
no doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. That's my motto. That's why, I just be sit back laughing,
Oh yeah. It's a lot of fun.
That's, like I said, it's a necessity though. And look, we have people that are based now in different areas. And that's one thing, because the experiences of people from and living in different areas will differ as much as they are similar. So if we can get these points across, it helps us to understand better. The more we understand, the more wisdom we have the opportunity to accept. And the wisdom which will transcend to the knowledge which we can both pass on. But hey, that's just me thinking, my crazy thoughts. But it's been nice, y'all. I'm gonna tell you, I got a funeral to go to right after work tomorrow, and I still don't know what I'm gonna wear.
Who passed away?
Ralph Manigo. Cherie Manigo used to hang with Zanata.
Okay.
Cherie's uncle.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah, that's one of my mom's classmates. So I've known him all my life.
He was born in 51 or something like that. I think I saw the obituary, Miguel.
Yeah,
I saw that. I appreciate that. But so you're seeing that now, especially when COVID hit and stuff like that, and you see all the people, the pillar of the communities, they're passing on, and now we're those people on the pillar of the communities, and sharing those stories that your grandmother, your mother, your grandfather, and your dad and moms and uncles telling you, and you're gonna pass that along to the kids, your kids, and nieces and nephew and neighborhood kids and stuff like that. I mean, all kids are not bad, like G said, man, F the little niggas, but they listen. Some will listen. If you keep talking to them, they will listen. You know what I'm saying? Because consistency is the big impact. You know, because you know, if we see them and we say something and we stop, don't say nothing to them or whatsoever, and then they're not gonna listen to you. But if you being consistent and saying the same thing or whatever, you know, they're gonna like, you know what, I'm gonna see what old school's saying or what they're talking about or whatsoever, you know. And then most of us, you know, we try to preach to people, but no, just talk, have a general conversation, do that icebreaker, excuse me, conversation. And you know, they're wearing Jordans, or you know, say, hey, you know, what number are those, you know, the 12s or the 10s or what, you know, just strike that conversation, you know, study that individual. So once they see that, hey, you know what they're wearing or their style or whatever, they ease up. You start talking about what's going on, you know, what you're planning to do in life, or you know, what, you know, what you like and what you don't like, you know what I'm saying? And I can't stand when they say, oh, I hate when the white man got his foot on my neck and they keep me, I can't breathe and stuff like that. You know, you got more opportunities now than what we had back then. You know what I'm saying? Same like they said, you can make money sitting home on their phone, you know, doing videos and all that stuff. I mean, it's legit income. You know what I'm saying? But we're versatile. We're old fashioned. We're about using our hands. Excuse me, using our hands, and you know, being there, getting it done, and versus being on the phone. You know, but now is it convenient? Yeah, it's convenient. Would you rather go down to the electricity place, no matter or Coastal or SENG or what's the other company? I forgot the other name of the company. You just go in there, stand in the line, trying to pay your electricity bill. You got, you know, about 10 or 15 people there, or even going to the DMV, renewing your license and stuff, and you can do it at the fingertip of your phone. Come on. I mean, what you rather, especially with gas prices going up now. You know what I'm saying? You can just do it right there. And most of the tellers now, if you go to the tellers at the bank, you know, they got virtual. You can see the teller right there at the ATM.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's like crazy right now. So you have an option. You can talk to a teller or just go straight to the ATM and get what you need. So now, you know, has the world revolved and then technology and everything is scary? Yeah, it's scary because all your information is on this phone. Now, who on this phone can say, hey, I can, you know, you can remember 5 people number on your cell phone right now. You know, you're in trouble. But if you go to jail, you remember that mama number. I don't care what nobody say. You remember mama number or the house number? Yeah, you remember that number. But yeah, that's the thing, man. We're crippling, we're day in and day out, we're crippling ourselves and letting technology taking over us. We're being relaxed. We're not using that muscle memory like we used to. You know, back then we had the rotary phone, we remember everybody number by heart. Now, don't remember nothing. So we just
I could certainly relate to that because even in the times that we live in, like for the field that I'm in as a install or technician, when I'm going to different people's homes, and we used to have like maps to be able to tell us where to go and things of that nature, to know where the addresses and stuff like that are. To the point, you using, like you said, that muscle memory, and you were able to get there no problem. It was just embedded in your mind. You knew how to get there without even looking at the map. But then they made the mistake of giving us GPS. And I remember all too well that fatal day, you know, having them installed inside of our trucks, just in case we happen to go outside of our area. Then we started to just use GPS even in our local areas. And before you know, we start forgetting the very things that we already had embedded in our mind, just because we wasn't using it using the muscle, and it forms some form of atrophy as a result. When you don't use a muscle after a while, you lose it.
Use it or lose it.
Yeah. So that's exactly what happened to me. You know, you're definitely right on head about that.
You guys are actually okay. I didn't expect this.
I'm normally
Except for that other guy, but he's gone now.
I'm normally one try to keep everything from going to the left.
Yeah, everybody plays their role up in this piece. It's a well-oiled machine.
I like this conversation. I don't mind coming back for it, but I do want y'all social media information because it is important to me to support and share all, to grow this. So make sure y'all send it to me.
Much appreciated.
Well, I'm on Facebook. You can see me as Unc HD. That's mine right there. So if you go on Facebook and you do the search for Unc HD, that's me on Facebook as well. So
okay.
Or you can just go on my friends list and look up Unc HD, then look up Kwame, and then look up Josh. Just about everybody on here is on my Facebook friend list. I think my friends list is public. So
okay, I'm gonna go on there and pull it up.
Oh, HD
all
got
right,
the
good,
bow
fellas.
tie on?
You all have a great evening, and Lord willing, I'll sit up there. I got you, Kwame. Confirmed.
Yeah.
All right.
Ashley, what's yours? You said Ashley, right?
Aisha.
Ooh, I'm sorry.
And I will have this at some point tomorrow. It probably won't be till I get home, but I will have this on YouTube. Once I get on YouTube, then I won't post the Facebook link anymore. I'll just post it from YouTube for everybody to share. And you can say, look what I was on this show with these nutty people, but it turned out being fun. Kwame, don't when you out there doing your thing and you representing South Carolina out there in Tennessee, make sure you wear that funky uncle hat and let them know, said, this is what we doing. Along with Juneteenth, we got this other thing going. We want these men to feel comfortable. Speak your mind, whether we agree with you or not, because you ain't going to agree with me, everything I say, but feel comfortable to speak your mind. We're going to get through issues. We're going to have problems, but we're going to come up with solutions. And one by one, we work on those solutions. And we are the beginning of the ripple. You know what I'm saying? That ripple in the pond has to start somewhere, and it reaches across the whole pond. So we can't be afraid to be that beginning pebble that begins to ripple.
Yep. Aisha, what's your last name?
Omar.
Omar.
O-M-A-R.
Oh yeah, I know. That's my middle name.
Oh, it means long living. We're good.
Exactly. I probably spell that wrong. Is I-E-C-H-A, right?
A-Y-E-S-H-A.
Oh, hold on now. That's how you spell your first name?
A-Y-E-S-H-A.
I just got a public school education, so bear with me.
It's the Jamaican spelling of it.
A-Y, what now?
E-S-H-A.
Yeah. Oh shoot. E-S-H-A. All right, let me see. Hold on.
It's a pretty picture of me in a gray shirt. I have like 3 different Facebook pages, but that's the one I use.
Hey, that's how I have to be emails.
Oh, you with the Tony Braxton haircut? All right, yeah, that's it.
Tony Braxton haircut. What Tony Braxton haircut? That's original. Thank you. Tony Braxton ain't got nothing on me.
All right, everybody. I enjoyed it. Y'all have a good one. And once again, everybody knows Friday night, 9 o'clock. I think it's gonna be a short one Friday night. About an hour Friday night.
Why?
Yeah. There's a party.
What party?
Boogie.
Oh yeah. I forgot.
Yeah. Other than that, you already know where I'd be.
Yeah.
In the hizzle for shizzle, my nizzle.
Funky Uncle salute.
Thank y'all for having me,
everybody. And to the funky that just joined in, we out of here. And y'all be blessed. Be safe. Much love to everyone.
Amen.
Yes, sir.